I'm Kerry Rosenblum with Rosenblum Realty, and it's football season again, and that means I'll be giving away $50 cash to one lucky Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Stand by 3.
You got those monkeys ready?
Where's the midget?
Roger on the monkeys.
Ride the boy.
Are you ready? Is the last button working?
Good, all right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. What the? Oh, I'm sorry. I was standing on this wire. My bad.
It's the WBHP Morning Show with Toni and Gary.
5:04 on the morning show. Well, we have a presidential debate. Can you turn this down just a little bit?
I can't hear you if I turn you down much more.
Okay. Well, that's kind of weird. All right, here we go. I got it.
Turn you down in there, Miss
No.
Lowry.
I got it. I got it.
Good.
All right. The headphone jack was jacked up.
Well, we had everybody and their brother in there sitting.
Yes, we
for the
did.
last week.
How great was that?
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, having listeners in is huge.
Yeah,
We love it. Now, if you'd like to be involved in that and co-host at some point, you need to send us an email and tell us a little bit about yourself and why you'd like to do it, because we have an ongoing list.
You sound like you have a cold,
I
Ms. Lowry.
do. Of course, every time I travel, I get sick. Never fails.
Got a cold.
Yep. Saturday, woke
Really?
up with it. Yeah. I think it was Dan McLean. He was sick the whole week.
He was sick. 2 weeks or
For
so.
2 yeah. And I think he gave it to me before I left, and it just kind of kicked in Saturday.
Yep. Sounds like it.
It was hot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, how hot. Heat indexes of 98. Never go to Florida in
September.
In the summer either.
Yeah.
Wait until end of October.
Wait till the snow starts falling, then head south.
We went there Christmas when the kids were little, and never do that either. The week of Christmas break.
Mm-hmm. How'd that go?
It was so crowded you couldn't move.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. What you need to do is go when the kids are in school, but it's cool enough to enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah, so end of October would be a good time.
So just take the kids out of school.
Take them out of school and go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, if you want the shorter lines.
Right.
Now, in the mornings, we didn't have hardly any lines.
Yeah.
In the afternoons and evenings. And they had the wine and something thing going on at Epcot.
Yeah, it's never good when they have multiple events at one time.
So we made the mistake of going to Epcot in the evening.
When all the winos were there.
They were all there on the sitting on the grass. And I guess what you do is you go from station to station and sample the food. It's foods from all around the world. Mm-hmm. And sample the food and the wine, or the beer or whatever it is you're drinking.
Do you remember much of that night?
I didn't participate in any of that. No. We actually ate in the Japan world, and where they cook hibachi.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about Epcot is the World Showcase is several, I think 12 different countries have a building, and it's replicas of famous areas of their country, but everything is authentic, down to the fact that Disney has the consulates of each country bring in so that Disney can hire the employees. So every employee, like in Japan, every employee is from Japan.
Okay.
And they're on a work visa. They get to come and stay, for 3-6 months, and then they have to go back home. But it's authentic. They all are Japanese. They all speak Japanese. They all, because we quizzed our chef, female hibachi chef, which you normally don't see,
Right.
and then watch the Epcot fireworks.
Yeah, I've never seen a female.
It was the first
chef.
time. We asked how many there were. She said 3.
Wow.
Yeah, but she was really good. Anyway, and then they have the big fireworks extravaganza, so it was late while we were there. It started raining. It rained every day, but not constantly. Just like afternoon.
We looked at, before you left, it was about a 40%
Yeah.
chance every day.
And it did rain every day at some
Good
point.
grief.
But we only got caught in it twice.
Well, it's not too bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. Epcot was one of those, and so Cody and Alice and Chance were going to run back and get the car and everything, and we were halfway around the world, so I wasn't running anywhere.
Right.
We had been walking all day. It's like, yeah, I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll be along.
I'll just-
I had a little poncho on.
Yeah, I'll float on down to the car.
I'll be down there eventually. Anyway, so the park was emptying because after the fireworks, and it's about to close.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because they look different at night than they do during the day, and I kind of got turned around.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of wandering around, with my little poncho on. And
Imagine Tony got lost.
and normally I do not get lost. I am very good on directions, but it looked different at night. You couldn't see the landmarks. Anyway, so these 2 guys from the Morocco, from Morocco, they were they were outside, fixing things up, closing things up.
Right.
And this one guy says, "You look lost." And I said, because I had asked several people, "Is this the way to the exit?" I didn't want to be walking in circles. And he said, "Are you lost?" I said, "No." He said, "Where's your family?" I said, or he said, "Are you here alone?" I said, "No, I have family." I just told him, "Go ahead alone." Anyway, so he goes inside and comes, or aside, not inside, and comes back out, and he says, "Let me give you a real poncho," because I had one of those 99-cent.
Right. Plastic things.
Yeah, and his was plastic too, but it was
Right.
a little thicker.
Thicker.
He said, "Now, just make a left at Canada." I said, "All righty then." Are you lost?
That's funny.
It is, because, you don't see people usually alone. I was enjoying myself,
Right.
kind of wandering
Just
around.
strolling.
Yeah. So, but we had a great time. The kids had a great time.
Good.
Mikey, who is 3, Cody's son, it was character after character. We had to go take pictures with Mickey, and then
Oh,
we had
man.
to take pictures with Goofy.
Tons of
and-
pictures, I bet.
Oh, it's wonderful. Anyway, so everybody had a good time.
Good.
My daughter flew in with her family. It was a bunch of us all wanting to eat at different places. You know how that goes.
I know. Yeah.
Do different things. Finally, we just split up. Little ones,
Okay.
older ones. You guys go do what you want
Yeah.
to do. And
That keeps the arguing down.
well, it does. This is boring. It's like, oh,
Yep.
please. But it was a great time and good to be home, though. It's
Good.
always good to be home.
Yeah, it is.
Car was dead when we got to the
I
airport.
was afraid of that.
Yep. Chance had to flag somebody down to.
It's not a fluke usually with your battery, Miss Larry.
No. Well, that's what
I know.
they said
I
when we
know
had
it
it
is.
checked. It was
I
like,
know it
really?
is.
Anyway, I did back out in the parking lot in case you had to jump me off.
Okay.
But Chance flagged down somebody. He stood in the parking lot in the middle of the lane.
Well, that'll flag them down.
Yeah, either had to stop or run him over. But it was a very nice couple that were from Warrior, and they were actually on the same plane we were.
Oh,
Yeah, so we had a lot to talk about. Well,
well, they were jumping you off.
yeah, had to wait a few minutes because it was really dead.
I bet.
It didn't just start right up.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so
You'll need
great
your new
time.
battery
Hope
this
everybody
morning.
did well here. I understand you guys had a great crew.
We had a good time, I
Had
think.
a good time.
Yeah.
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 You had a lot of people in here.
I only had to dump one person, and that was Brian, of course.
Oh, Brian. Good grief.
I forgot now what he said. It wasn't anything all that bad.
Yeah, but
actually.
you're not going to retell it, right?
Well, no, because
Since
I
you-
can't remember it. So at the moment.
So thanks to everybody who participated as usual. All right, so we're good at 6 instead of 6:40 since we're late today. We're going to announce the football winners. You already put the games up for this week, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
And I was worried about the hurricane.
Yeah.
Kept watching it, and it looks like it may actually.
And it looks like it's now took a
It's-
little left-hand jog.
It did.
And right now it's blasting Haiti. It's
Yeah.
just coming on land at Haiti at the moment. Jamaica's getting it.
Bahamas.
Although
No.
Jamaica got lucky with the fact that it jogged right, because yesterday it was going to be hitting Jamaica head on, so it hit Haiti head on. So now we're headed on to Cuba, and we're still in a Category 4, 145 miles an hour winds, moving north at a blistering 9 miles an hour, which is faster than the 6 miles an hour it was going yesterday. But yeah, it's headed towards the Bahamas, and the cone has it hitting possibly Florida, the Atlantic seaboard, all the way up through Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and it's staying a major hurricane.
Can you say Sandy?
Yeah.
I mean, here we are 4 years later. What is it, every election year we get a hurricane up the East Coast?
Sounds like a conspiracy.
It does, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Can they really shoot stuff in the clouds and make that happen?
They do on the movies.
Yeah, they do.
I think President Bush has that machine, though.
Oh, did he take it home with him?
Yeah. Took it back to Crawford.
So you're right. It looks like by Friday 2 a.m. that it's right off the coast of Florida.
Yeah, as a major hurricane.
Yeah. And then it goes up from there. So we'll see how that all plays out.
It's going to be nasty. And, that area has gotten a lot of rain from tropical systems already this year.
Gaston that hit twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Florida.
Yep. Sure is.
Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't going to hit before I got a chance to get on an airplane and come home.
And then we've got a disturbance that's out east of the Bahamas at the moment, way east of the Bahamas. But they're giving it now a 70% chance of forming within the next 2 to 5 days.
Really?
And they've got it going, moving northwestward at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Well, northwestward would eventually bring it towards the States, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one too.
Normally by this time we don't see any, or we're so used to not having anything out there.
Right.
And here we are on an M storm that is for tropical storms and hurricanes, so
right.
I guess we'll just have to see, right?
Yep, have to wait and see what happens
by Friday. Right?
Yes. Yeah, Friday. Sometime between Thursday and Friday, Florida could be hit.
All right then.
Now around here though, it's quiet.
Yeah, what happened?
Beautiful.
I kept getting these
Cool.
alerts: wear your sweater, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and I come home and it's hot here. What happened?
Well, it was. We had a couple of days that was cool, and then it's warmed back up the first part of this week, and then after today and tomorrow, it starts headed back down. So today we're looking for mostly sunny, 88. Tonight partly cloudy, 63. Now it's cooler today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was 55 at this time. It's already 61. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 87. Clear 58 tomorrow night. Then sunny 85 Thursday. Sunny 83 Friday. Mostly sunny 78 Saturday.
That's where it is. Okay.
Sunny 77 Sunday. And sunny 78 Monday, Columbus Day.
Okay, so what we're looking at is it cooling down starting Friday. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then Saturday in the 70s. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Me too.
70s.
Me too.
70s for about 3 months. How about that?
Sounds good. I doubt that happens.
Yeah, me
Sounds
too.
good.
All right, let's go to the phone. Hey, Jim. No.
He wanted to wait till
Hey.
Stuart
Oh,
got
okay.
here, but that's all right.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you. Understand everybody
I
had a
tell
good
you
time?
I'll tell you what, Tony. You were missed, and it took 3 guys to fill in for 1 gal.
That's funny. Oh, I'm sure they did a great job.
They did a super job.
Yeah.
And Mayor Finley was there a couple days, and he did good. That was really good of him to fill in. I'm sure he's busy in the transition period.
Right. But you know
And,
what? We had good people in here. We had listeners in here, and my understanding is everybody did a great job. So,
Yeah, sure did. And I understand Stuart's on his way in. Matter of
Yes.
fact, he's probably at the back door now.
all right, well, we're going to stick you back on hold.
Okay.
All right. How about we take a break? We come back, and the big VP debate is tonight. Normally that doesn't make any difference, but it might tonight. We'll try to get you caught up on, I may cover stories that you have already covered, Corey. But you can just say we already talked about that.
Okay.
You just have to let me know.
All right.
Alrighty?
I'll let you know.
I'm sure you will. It's like, Tony, that's old.
That's old news.
That's so yesterday.
It's last week, Tony.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
On your smartphone, download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And listen on your computer free anywhere in the world.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Our 2016 iHeartRadio Music Festival is now music history. 20 of the biggest artists in the world, 2 nights on one stage in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Britney Spears.
Florida Georgia Line.
Give it up.
Now, experience the festival on television and get an exclusive look backstage on a 2-part CW broadcast special.
Donald Trump says the Democrats have run nearly every inner city for decades, and Latinos and blacks have suffered because of it.
Have produced only poverty, failing schools, broken homes, and rising crime.
Hillary Clinton says Trump is a racist who helps hate groups.
From the start, Donald Trump has built his campaign on prejudice and paranoia.
Where will things go next? Listen for the latest here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Gary Dobbs here talking with Stuart Tanksley of Pro Fence of the Tennessee Valley. Stuart, tell us what you do.
We build just about any kind of fence you want within reason, obviously. We try to ensure that our customers get what they pay for and they get the best value. I like to sell people on quality instead of price, but there's an old adage that says, you get what you pay for. And, that's something that we're proud to stand behind. We build a better quality product by taking extra steps and extra measures that we don't charge extra for. And, being a small business versus some of our competitors, we don't have the huge overhead.
And with lower overhead, you can pass that savings along to your customers. So give ProFence a call. Talk to Stuart Tanksley. The number is 584-0092. That's 256-584-0092. If you want a fence built right and you want to save money, you need to be talking to ProFence.
Can't hear your favorite shows on the radio? Then listen to WBHP on your phone with the free iHeartRadio app.
I'm Stuart Tanksley with Pro Fence of the Tennessee Valley. Add value, beauty, and security with a new fence for your home or business. Call us at 256-584-0092 or visit us on the web at profencellc.com.
And that would be Stuart Tanksley that you just heard. He's in the house this morning. Good morning, Stuart. How are you?
Good morning. Turn me on, Corey.
I got you on, buddy.
You just got to turn that on.
You got to turn your ears on.
Are your ears on?
Something is.
There you go.
There we go.
Very good. So how you doing?
Better than I deserve. How about you?
Good.
You sound horrible, but
I know. Thanks. I have a cold.
I hope you don't feel as bad as you sound. Is what
I
Stuart
think that's
just
what he said. Well,
I usually say, I hope you don't feel as bad as you look. But my manners are getting in the way of that.
Thanks a lot.
Donald Trump would have said it.
Yes, he would have.
All right. Can you bring Jim in?
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Welcome back.
Hey, good morning, and welcome back to Stuart.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I understand that little boy of yours is going to celebrate his second birthday.
He is. Saturday. Yeah, I know. He's...
How time flies.
I know. He's growing like a weed and doing something new and crazy every day. But he gets that from his mama's side of the family.
From his mama.
Right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And my mother-in-law's in town, too.
Where's she from?
Well, I'm gonna let that one go. Okay. She's from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, yeah.
Northern Wisconsin.
That's funny.
I thought there was a Chicago connection.
Yeah, there
somewhere.
is. My wife, and then they lived in Chicago a while, and my wife's family's business is in Rockford, Illinois. So that's the connection.
Oh, they get to pay all those high taxes, huh?
Oh, don't even get me started on that. They hate it, and you wouldn't like it much either, because up there they have what's called a FOI card, and you have to have it on you at all times. Just if you have ammo in your vehicle and you get pulled over and you don't have your FOI card, it's
oh boy,
yeah, it's a fine.
What?
Mm-hmm. That's how restrictive they are on guns. But they just recently passed a law allowing people to carry concealed weapons.
Good
and
grief.
I did find out while I was in Belize that gringos, being us, can own and carry firearms.
Cannot?
Can.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in San Ignacio, which is in the mainland. There's like the second largest tourist destination in Belize. And I saw this white guy, and he was walking down the street, and he dropped something, bent over, and I could see that he had a what they call a compact 45 1911 in his waistband. I asked about it. He was a transporter. He would pick up Europeans and take them between like Guatemala and Belize and places like that.
How did you like it down there? Because I know you're thinking about buying some property down there.
Yeah, I like to. Actually, we looked at some while I was down there, and my wife and I went while she was pregnant the first time, and the first time we went, she was pregnant. Not the first time she was pregnant. I'll clarify that.
Get that straight.
Yeah, and being 5 months pregnant in the middle of May, it's kind of miserable.
Yeah.
And I convinced her to go back, and by the time it was over with, she was talking about wanting to bring Harlan down, and also, she's open to the idea as well now, so she's excited about it.
Good.
So what you got going on, Jim?
Oh, just getting ready to go to work and have another, hopefully, uneventful day.
Yeah, I may be, and I don't know if I have to come to Huntsville or not today, but it seems like I came to Huntsville several times last week, and I saw Jim twice.
Oh, wow.
We actually had lunch together one day.
Oh, well, very good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was great. Matter of fact, I probably got to go back to Cabela's today and buy some more. Buy some stuff that's got the Cabela logo on it before it goes away.
Yeah, did you hear about that?
Yeah.
He told me last night, I guess it was. Was that last night, Jim?
And they just built that huge facility.
Yeah.
All the publicity.
I wonder if
one of Chance's favorite places to shop.
I'm sure.
It doesn't mean. It'll still be there. I'm sure.
I know, but
I wonder if the fact that they were buying Cabela's, I wonder if that had anything to do with because they were going to build over here on Highway 20 in between Decatur and Huntsville. Bass Pro Shop was, and then all of a sudden that got nixed and Cabela's came in. I wonder if that had anything to do with each other.
Who knows what goes on behind the scenes.
Let me tell you what they're going to do. What I found out last night. They're going to knock that one wall off there. That's as you walk in the front door. The wall's to the left there, and they're going to expand the fishing section because Bass Pro Shop is heavy into fishing items, and Cabela's is heavy into hunting and guns. And so they figure that the combination of the two will really make a huge store. So they're expanding all the stores and adding where Cabela's are. They're adding all this fishing equipment.
Well, yeah,
and want to make it.
Go ahead.
Want to make it kind of one-stop shop.
Well,
I understand they're going to maintain the Cabela's items. It's questionable what sign's going to be on the front door. I'm sure it's going to be Bass Pro Shop. But they may still have the Cabela's logos on some stuff.
That's true, but this area is one of the number one destinations for the tour for the Bass Pro Tour.
Yes,
So,
it is.
It only makes sense.
We had this guys in here, remember?
No.
Okay, well, we did.
I don't get to listen to you all the time.
Good
I
grief,
gotta go to work.
Well, Stuart.
Pay those bills.
Stuart.
What?
You're supposed to say yes anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I gotta go there and find me another gun.
I can show you some good ones I looked at lately.
All right, we gotta go.
I just texted you to show you what I wanted.
All right, I'll take a look.
Gotta go, Jim. You have
welcome back, Tony.
Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm glad. I hope you didn't get in trouble with Mickey or Goofy.
No trouble. I don't cause trouble.
Did you tell them to stop voting for Democrats?
No. They were very PC, though, I do have to
bet
say.
they were.
And, of course, I did have my normal fall.
Oh, no. Of course.
So,
can you sue Disney?
You had a good trip, huh?
No.
We'll see you next
yes,
fall.
I had a great trip. Well, it was the first time in 5 years.
Full of it.
Right over that blonde noggin.
It's the first time in 5 years we had a family vacation where all of us were together. So
nothing that quite like a family vacation to tear the family apart.
Wow.
Jeez.
Are you guys still speaking, Tony?
Yes, we had a great time. All right, Jim, we got to go.
Next time you're going to have to go to Belize.
Hey, no, that's my spot.
Yeah, I don't
stay out
think
there.
so.
I'll talk to you later, Jim.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Stuart Tanksley in the house. We'll have trivia when we come back. We have Tate Farms family packs to give away as well as so many other things. We'll get to all of that and some of these sound bites as we get ready for the VP debate tonight. And boy, did you see that poor boy, the Alabama kid that got beat up?
I saw that.
Isn't that awful?
No.
What?
I slept last night.
Oh, you didn't see it. Well, I said it wasn't that awful, and you said no. But you meant you didn't see it.
Well, yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
You said, did you see it?
Miss Toni and Gary? Listen to our podcast, free anytime, day or night.
And check out our blog at ToniandGary.com with links to the podcast, email, iHeartRadio, listen online, and all the latest stories and video.
And like us on Facebook. Go to Facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Keeping you informed. Now, a Tennessee Valley News Update on WBHP.
Good morning, I'm Steve Johnson. Here's a quick update from the WHNT News 19 newsroom. For the third time this year, thieves stole a gun and bulletproof vest from a parked police car. Actually, this time it was a Lincoln County deputy's car, and the break-in happened in Fayetteville. It's the second time this has happened in just 2 weeks. In September, a Madison police officer's car was broken into in Athens. Meanwhile, security at Huntsville International Airport found a loaded handgun Monday, the .25 caliber pistol in a passenger's carry-on bag. Airport police took the bag and escorted the passenger out of the checkpoint area. Firearms can be checked in most cases, but are never allowed in carry-on luggage. This is the 11th firearm discovered at Huntsville International this year. You might be headed to the polls today. There are runoffs in more than a dozen municipal races. Some are pretty big. The cities of Decatur and Florence deciding who will be the city's next mayor. And there are also some contested city council races, including in Huntsville and Madison. I'm Steve Johnson. Those are some of the stories we're tracking on this Tuesday morning.
Bring home the fun.
Play casino games on your PC.
These are the same games you play at the casino,
but you can play them at home.
To get you started, here's an offer that'll save you 40% off your entire order.
Go to Phantom EFX. Choose your games and enter promo code iHeart at checkout.
PhantomEFX.com. Promo code iHeart at checkout.
Play casino games at home.
And save 40% at PhantomEFX.com. Promo code iHeart.
Here's how you do it. Type in your favorite artist and boom. iHeartRadio creates a custom station for free. Commercial-free artist stations that you control by thumbing up and down songs. Best of all, iHeartRadio is completely free. Free to download. Free to use. That's how you do it. All your favorite music. All your favorite stations. All free. Download and open our iHeartRadio app or listen online at iHeartRadio.com.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list. Or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Your morning, your show. Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP. The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
We're off to a good start this morning. The weather, not a problem. So far, traffic moving okay around Decatur and around Athens. We're not spotting any problems on 565 or along the Parkway. Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Around the world, there are young people who face a difficult decision. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help support their families. In a single moment, you can help them write a new story. See potential, not poverty, at unbound.org.
Get the latest info on Auburn Tiger sports from those most in the know every Thursday night on Tiger Talk. Host Rod Bramlett will take you inside Auburn athletics for the real inside story and give you a chance to call in and ask about what's on your mind. Go inside the locker room and behind the headlines with Tiger Talk. Thursday nights at 8. Brought to you in part by Tennessee Valley Fence on the Valley's Big Talker. 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Guys, when it comes to grooming, we're no longer interested in discount chains and unisex salons. Men nowadays demand the warm, personal atmosphere of the barbershop of days gone by, while enjoying man-sized leather chairs, big screen TVs, and a cold drink. Rooster's Men's Grooming Center has it all for you. They're located at 475 Providence Main Street in Huntsville. Give them a call at Rooster's Men's Grooming Center at 489-0886.
In the market for a new or pre-owned RV? Let us help you. Hi, this is Chase with Bankston Motorhomes. For over 46 years, my family has helped thousands of people just like you enjoy the RVing lifestyle. Whether you are taking a trip to the beach, exploring the West, tailgating, or just going on a weekend trip with your family, we have something for you. View all of our inventory online at bankstonmotorhomes.com or stop by any of Bankston's 5 locations here in North Alabama and Southern Tennessee.
WBHP is available everywhere you want to listen on our free iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
I'm Chris Haley with Haley's Flooring and Interiors and Liberty Safes, and we will be giving away a Liberty Tactical Gun Safe, an $1,100 value. Listen for details.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Welcome back to the morning show. Okay, what are we giving away?
$40 for Popeye's Cajun Fried Chicken. Movie passes for 2 at Hollywood 18. Family 4-pack to the Botanical Gardens. $20 from Dunkin' Donuts, Huntsville and Madison.
And a day pass to the range at Last Resort Guns, County Line Road in Madison.
All you have to do is call us. At the end of the show, we'll draw from all the people who have called in, and that person wins.
534-3521 and 309-2313.
And it is Tuesday, right? Yeah. Then
Yes,
that
it is.
we've added a family 4-pack to Tate Farms. Great place to take the family or have a corporate event.
It's a great place for the family.
It really is.
My son really loved it last year, so we'll be going back again this year.
Mm-hmm. Now, we also have Rooster's Men's Grooming Center, the Club Cut, the Hot Shave, the Neck Massage. And let's see, I guess that's it for right now. I know we're going to be giving away tickets to see Bill Engvall.
Okay.
As well as some Saturday Talladega stuff. So we'll get all that put together today and tell you more about that tomorrow. We'll tell you who won our big football contest at 6, a little earlier today since we missed yesterday. It was going to be way too hard to transfer all of that over to Corey while I was out. So,
well, who wants to check email while they're at Disney?
well, you know what? Nobody brought a laptop.
Oh,
So
good. Kazoo type.
Good child.
good grief.
Another thing's coming up.
I hope
It's
you're
gonna be great.
I hope you're muting that.
It's muted.
All right, thank you.
I'm still laughing at you, but
Don't
it's
laugh
muted.
at me while I sneeze. I did come down with a cold.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
You sure you didn't just come up with it?
I think you come down with a cold.
Well, you being a hypochondriac, no?
A what? Isn't it something that's... No, I'm not. I'm hardly ever sick. Like with a cold.
What?
I haven't had a cold in a year. I'm sick
No, but you had pneumonia 15 times in between the colds.
but I didn't have a cold. I didn't sneeze.
Hillary?
I want to see your medical records.
Yeah, right. I only had pneumonia that one time. Or the last time I had pneumonia has been a couple of years. Right?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Listen, I can't keep up with it.
There you go.
All my folks stay sick half the time, too.
Well, that's true. I think Dan gave it to me. He was sick for 2 weeks before I left and spread it around. All right, so let's go to trivia. Today is National Taco Day, by the way. Ooh. So all the answers end in TA, like in taco.
Okay.
Okay? And they're different categories. So we're going to start with food and drink, ends in TA. Greek cheese, popular tequila cocktail, Zeta or rotini, ends in ta, right, TA. Pasteurized prepared cheese product.
You said Zeta? Is it Z-I-T-I?
Yeah.
That's Ziti.
Ziti? Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. The white bread is Italian for carpet slipper. That might be a little harder. This white bread is Italian for carpet slipper, S-L-I-P-P-E-R. This cheese is Italian for recooked. You use it in a lot of Italian dishes. You may not know that, but it is Italian for recooked. This kind of cheese ends in TA.
Okay.
And let's see, a banana brand, a brand of banana ends in TA, and pocket bread ends in TA. Okay, we'll start with those, or just call us and say hi.
256-534-3521 and 309-2313.
So did you talk about the leaked audio?
We did.
Okay, so did you play it?
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
so let's go to 1685. And we're going to play for you what Hillary Clinton said back in, March, April, behind closed doors at a fundraiser before she was the nominee. First, we find out that WikiLeaks, they had that document dump, and the DNC is, doing everything they can to get rid of Bernie Sanders.
Right. That was back during the Democrat convention.
Right. And then we find out that even before that, Hillary Clinton was making fun, basically, of Bernie Sanders supporters.
Supporters, yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Mitt Romney moment, an event caught on tape at a fundraising affair back in February. Take a listen.
There's just a deep desire to believe that, we can have free college, free health care, that what we've done hasn't gone far enough and we just need to, go as far as, Scandinavia, whatever that means. They're children of the Great Recession, and they are living in their parents' basement. If you're feeling that you're consigned to, being a barista or, some other job that doesn't pay a lot and doesn't have much of a ladder of opportunity attached to it, then the idea that maybe, just maybe, you could be part of a political revolution is pretty appealing.
So basically...
They are living in their parents' basement.
That's what she's talking about, and she said they were children of the Depression, the Great Recession in 2008. Well, no, they're not, because that was 8 years ago. Now, unless they were...
Hey, kids grow up so fast these days.
Unless they were, not born yet or something, and they're 8 years old, 8-year-olds, that's ridiculous. But the fact that she now bashes just about everybody who doesn't agree with her. She's bashing...
She's taking on the Trump philosophy.
Except he doesn't bash voters.
Doesn't bash voters.
No.
Yeah. So here she takes on the Bernie supporters. The Trump supporters are deplorables. The women that were with Bill are trailer trash. So it really is amazing that, just watching the media in the last 24, 48 hours. all they're talking about is his taxes. His taxes is this. They're not talking anything about substance.
No.
I'm sure tonight's VP debate with Megyn Kelly will be the same thing. They'll be talking about Trump's taxes. He did nothing illegal.
No.
And the Clintons did the same thing.
About $700,000
We're going to talk about it, yeah. But the media's not saying she did the same thing. It's just Trump.
Well, see, a lot of people don't understand complexities of business tax returns, and one of the things that you get as an advantage in business that the government provides you is depreciation, which is basically the government's ways, of helping you pay for an item by reducing your taxable income. So, let's just say you bought a $500,000 piece of equipment. You could depreciate with the accelerated depreciation laws. You could depreciate 50% of that capital purchase the first year instead of like the standard 7%. Well, that's $250,000. So unless you make $251,000, you're going to be at break even or a loss.
And the reason the government gives business incentives like these and incentives to write off losses is so that they will continue to create jobs.
Right. Well, the incentive is not to write off the loss. The incentive is to reduce your tax liability, and thereby being able to afford capital equipment.
To expand, to do what you have to do.
It's an economic stimulus.
Sure. And every job that you create creates other jobs. I mean, that's a known thing in a capitalist society.
It works.
Yeah. So
I've never gotten a
trumped
job.
Up, trickle down.
Well, I've never. I mean, there's an old saying. I've never gotten a job from a poor man.
No, no, absolutely right. And if you look at the New York Times, they didn't pay any taxes in 2014 and got a rebate.
I'm surprised
of
they're
millions
in business.
Really?
Yeah. Did you hear that on the news?
No.
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that one?
No.
Did you hear? You haven't heard about Warren Buffett, have you?
No.
The darling of the media.
No.
And how much in taxes he paid, right?
Nope, hadn't heard about that either.
Mm-mm. So there's a lot of businesses that don't pay taxes, but they create jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And if from time to time, with anybody who has a small business, understands this.
Yeah, especially over the past 8 years.
Yeah, they understand this, how bad this is. So. Anyway, all right, let's go to Brian. Hey, Brian.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
I understand you were a troublemaker again.
Hello?
Yes, were you a troublemaker again?
No, not really. And I plead not guilty on that one because we were talking about job excuses that you go in late for work for and everything. And I was talking about how it is better to be surprised by a skunk than get surprised.
Right.
Than to surprise the skunk.
It's just that's right. It wasn't anything he said on purpose. It was it was his misspeaking that sounded like something that I'd done. That's right.
Okay,
that's what it was.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Brian. You didn't do it on purpose.
Oh. Next thing I know, everybody's laughing at me, and I'm going, "What? What?" And Corey's reaching for the button. But anyway, it was a blast. And sorry, Stuart, you arrived a day late for the chocolate drizzled bacon.
Sure did.
Yeah, I know. I don't get invited to co-host anymore. It's a sad.
It's a
sad state of affairs. Isn't it?
Well, it just so happened that Wednesday was Bo's designated day, and Friday was Carrie's designated day.
You keep making excuses. That's fine.
And today's your designated day.
And today's your designated day.
And
Tony just happens to be back.
Lucky me.
We heard Bo on and heard him complain about no donuts, so we brought donuts the next day for the day for the mayor-elect.
And
they get those then.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So just if nothing else, just so we could pick on Bo next time.
Yes,
he takes it in stride.
He does. He's very good.
It's wonderful. You just give him more ammunition when you do that kind of thing, and he takes the ball and runs with it.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's got a very sharp wit about him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And having listeners in, Brian, you were in last time, and so we're working down our list.
Seems to be a pattern here.
Well, they sent us emails of our listeners.
I sent you an email.
Of our that don't ever get a chance to come in studio. Give them a chance to in studio.
Old Assange was a disappointment last night, wasn't he?
Yeah, first he was going to have this big announcement yesterday, and then it was going to be at what time, Stuart? 3 o'clock this morning?
It was supposed to be 3 a.m. Eastern time.
Turns out that's not what that was either. I just looked at their Twitter feed, and according to their Twitter page, they planned on doing a 10-year anniversary thing the whole time in Berlin. It was not about Hillary Clinton.
No.
What?
Well,
but he said he had a.
They had concerns, questionable concerns about
security concerns.
Look, if he has something, he needs to put it out there already.
There's nothing.
Put on a bulletproof vest and let's get on with it.
Well, he's going to do it via video. He's not leaving that embassy in London, the Ecuador embassy.
He was going to go out on the balcony until Hillary Clinton said, "Let's just drone this, OB."
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. She said, "Can we not just drone this guy?"
Well, I think it was in 2010 that she said drone the guy.
It was. But I mean, there's something about attack on a sovereign nation when you attack an embassy. It's the same. So. It's kind of frowned upon.
Why did you want to drone him in 2010?
Damage from a drone as it blows the embassy across part of Britain as well.
Yeah. Well, you need to work it out with these yahoos where you can come in the same day I'm here. We can gang up on them.
Well, I hear the music, so let's go with feta cheese for the Greek cheese.
It is
it's often used
feta.
on salad.
Ta. Ends in TA like in Taco Day. Very good, Brian.
Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I am Bill Clinton's son.
Yeah.
I want to meet my dad.
I saw that.
And so this story was out there years ago.
Right.
And allegedly they did a DNA test to prove that this boy was not Bill Clinton's.
Okay.
Come to find out, he says there was no DNA test.
Yeah. Webb Hubbell wants to meet his daughter, too.
Huh?
There's speculation that Webb Hubbell is the father of Chelsea Clinton.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and she didn't deny it either. She said, I am my parents' daughter. She didn't say I'm Bill and Hillary Clinton's daughter. It was kind of odd how she answered that question.
No, she answered in typical Clinton fashion.
Oh, that's true. That is very true.
She learned well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Now, I heard Megyn Kelly making fun of this, saying it was a Trump conspiracy theory. This thing's been out there a long time. And this boy says the DNA test that allegedly proved I'm not Bill Clinton's son is a fraud. The Clintons have never flat out denied that I'm not Bill's son. And the media ignored me. Just prior to Hillary's Senate bid in 2000, the Clintons planted a story claiming DNA evidence absolved Bill of being my father. The story ran in the Star tabloid, the Washington Post, Howard Kurtz, and Time magazine accepted the story at face value. Incredibly, all failed to report the Star, who at the time was owned by Roger Altman, a former Clinton administration official and college friend of Bill, a major Clinton donor. Altman had to resign in 1994. Well, we'll get back to this. Let's take this break because this is an interesting story. Will the media cover it, or is all they're going to cover is Trump's taxes? We'll be right back.
Listen to Toni and Gary on your smartphone.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And we're on HD Radio, 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life. Tuesday morning traffic, we're off to a good start around the valley. Of course, it's early, not a lot of folks on the road. So good news if you're on the road, no wrecks or stalls, things are moving along fine. If you see traffic trouble, let us know. We'll pass it along. Our number is 877-811-3367. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
While many rose up with violence, he sat down for peace. Mahatma Gandhi reached out with the strength he cultivated within his soul. So, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Meh.
Daddy, what are you doing? How do you like the new sign? Sutton and Daughters Furniture? Does Daddy know about this? Well, we can't call it Sutton and Sons because we don't have any brothers. And besides, we've helped Daddy in the store practically since we were babies. Sutton and Daughters, that has a nice ring to it. Finally, some respect around here. Laren, this could be the start of a new trend. Either that or World War III.
The brands you trust, like Clayton Marcus and Craftmaster, at a price you'll love.
That's because Daddy said sell it.
Sutton Furniture.
Highway 72 in Athens.
Speed limit 55. Right turn only. Exit here. With some signs, it's clear what you're supposed to do. But heart attack warning signs aren't always this obvious. They can feel like arm pain, nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, fatigue. If you experience the warning signs, call 911 and know that you can count on the accredited chest pain center at Crestwood Medical Center for nationally recognized heart care.
The Car Pro Show is where you get straight talk and honest answers about everything automotive. It's not just about makes and models either.
I always tell ladies if they're driving, their kids in the back seat, put your purse in the back seat.
Yeah.
If you're a guy, put your cell phone in the back seat.
Yeah.
You're more likely to forget your kid than the cell phone.
Jerry Reynolds is the Car Pro. Kevin McCarthy is his sidekick. They're here for you every weekend.
Saturdays noon to 3 and Sundays 9 to 11 a.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Around the world, there are young people who face a difficult decision: continue their dream of education or drop out to help support their families. In a single moment, you can help them write a new story. See potential, not poverty, at unbound.org.
Don't miss Tiger Talk, sponsored by Tennessee Valley Fence, Thursday night at 8 on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
I'm Mary Lawrence with Synovus Mortgage and First Commercial Bank. Are you planning on building a new home? Did you know that your lot could be your down payment? Let's talk. Call my cell. It's 256-755-1008.
You know, it's amazing. People all over the Tennessee Valley are getting help with their mortgages, their refinancing, their renovation loans from Mary Lawrence. Mary Lawrence can help you too. 10-minute phone call. Call her on her cell. Her phone number is
256-755-1008.
So I really want to get to this Facebook post by Danny Williams-Clinton. That's what he has on there.
Right.
D-Dub.
And his him saying, "Sorry, Megyn Kelly. I told you Megyn Kelly said it was debunked and there was nothing to it, and giggled about it last night on her show and thought it was funny." So here's how his Facebook post reads. Danny Williams-Clinton. "Sorry, Megyn Kelly. The DNA test that allegedly proved that I'm not Bill Clinton's son is a fraud. The Clintons have never flat out denied that I'm not Bill's son, and the media is ignoring me. Just prior to Hillary's Senate bid in 2000, the Clintons planted a story claiming DNA evidence absolved Bill of being my father. The story ran in the Star tabloid. The Washington Post, Howard Kurtz, Time magazine accepted that story at face value without any investigation. Incredibly, all failed to report the Star was owned at the time by Roger Altman, a former Clinton administration official and college, quote, friend of Bill, end quote. A major Clinton donor, Altman had to resign in 1994 as deputy secretary of the Clinton Treasury Department when he caught giving the Clintons the heads up on the Whitewater investigation. So going back to the 90s, the same guy that said that DNA had, there was a DNA test done, was the same guy who was the deputy secretary of the Clinton Treasury Department in 1994, had to resign because he was telling the Clintons what was going on in the Whitewater investigation. They were being investigated for Whitewater, and he was telling them what the feds had on them and how to counter it, and had to resign because of it. He's still giving money. He gave $5,000 to the Ready for Hillary PAC in 2013. Just this year, the same guy Altman contributed $250,000 to Priorities USA, a pro-Hillary PAC. In fact, the Altman Foundation has given the Clinton Foundation between $250,000 and $500,000. We're back to the Clinton Foundation again. And no one can produce the alleged DNA test. So where is it? If there was a DNA test done, where
Let's
is
see it?
Where is it? Let's see it. That's what she says about
Maury.
You should just go to Ancestry.com.
The current owners of the Star now deny there was ever a DNA test, while Megyn Kelly giggled about it last night. All right, we'll talk more. Don't go away.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry my pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. You can buy one of my pillows and get one absolutely free. Go to mypillow.com or call 800-480-1941 and use the promo code IHEART. That's 800-480-1941 or go to mypillow.com and use the promo code IHEART.
The Train Comfort Specialist. He's so reliable that buses set their schedules to him. Once, he was the best man for a guy he didn't even know. He's never used a snooze button. The unstoppable Train Comfort Specialist. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
And now with new technology to combat bacteria, viruses, and allergens, will be even harder to stop. I'm Bo Thomas, and I am your Train Comfort Specialist. Call Thomas HVAC today, 256-858-4822, or go to coolhuntsville.com.
If you're looking for one of the finest dining experiences in the Tennessee Valley, if you're looking for the best, absolute best steaks, and the freshest seafood, look no further. Nick's Ristorante on Bailey Cove Road, south of Weatherly in Huntsville, is the place for you. Go by and see our buddy Nick and all the family there waiting to serve you with the best food that Huntsville has seen in years and years at Nick's Ristorante on Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly.
This is WBHP Huntsville, WHOS Decatur, and WDRM-FM HD2 Decatur, an iHeart radio station.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. The fury of Hurricane Matthew bearing down on Haiti and part of the Dominican Republic this morning. The deadly Category 4 storm packing 145-mile-an-hour winds, heavy rain, and storm surge. Relief organization World Vision International Director John Hassey says hundreds of volunteers are already on the ground.
We'll be responding in Port-au-Prince, as well as in the north, and then probably also in the southern part where it's currently being hit as well.
It's still too soon to tell how Matthew might impact the U.S. Florida Governor Rick Scott declaring a state of emergency in advance of the storm.
We're preparing for the worst and hoping for the best.
A state of emergency also in place for 66 counties in North Carolina. A growing wildfire has destroyed several buildings and forced hundreds of evacuations in the small southern Colorado town of Beulah, southwest of Pueblo. More evacuations are possible there. Fox News, we report, you decide.
It's that time of the year again. That was me before I called Air Essentials Incorporated, but now... And now the experts at Air Quality and Duct Cleaning Work can handle all of your heating and air conditioning needs, from sales to service and installation of all makes and models. So remember, when your air is full of yuck or your HVAC is run amok, call the green and purple truck. Air Essentials Incorporated, 256-217-2273 or airessentials.com. License number AL11127, Better Business Bureau, A+ rated.
It's home improvement time.
Yellowhammer Roofing is one of around 300 Platinum Preferred contractors in the entire country, with 45 years of combined experience serving the Southeast. They're licensed and insured, locally owned and operated, and we're proud to have them as part of our Home Experts team. Find out more at WBHPAM.com, keyword Home Experts.
If you have been arrested for DUI, plead not guilty and call us. You have the right to a lawyer. If they take your driver's license, call us. We can get it back. I'm attorney Russell Crumbly. Get answers to your legal questions now by calling 855-256-LAWS. The Tennessee Valley Law Call program is a free service for you and can help you with answers to your legal questions. Call 855-256-LAWS now.
Powered by Crumbly Law Firm and WBHP.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Tuesday morning traffic off to a good start around the valley. We're not spotting any problems around Athens, around Decatur. No big delays along the interstates, the parkway, or heading over the mountain on 72. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique, but you are not alone. MAD is here to help. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. That's MADD.org.
Talking with Russ and Andy of Last Resort Guns on County Line Road in Madison, and coming up on Tuesday, Tactical Tuesday. Russ, explain that.
Well, Tactical Tuesday is an opportunity on a Tuesday evening where we allow people to draw from the holster, and we run a series of drills in the range specifically aimed at people who conceal carry, but it's an opportunity to practice drawing from the holster and shooting and moving, shooting at cognitive targets, making shoot, no shoot decisions, shooting in a more dynamic scenario than just standing in a shooting stall and plugging away at a circular target. Yes, sir, space is limited.
Visit Last Resort Guns in Madison on County Line Road just south of Palmer Road, or give them a call today, 256-774-5741. That's Last Resort Guns.
Gary Dobbs here along with Carrie Rosenblum of Rosenblum Realty in Huntsville. 55 years of serving the Tennessee Valley, 4 generations. You know, Carrie, this is a pretty good market to think about investing in real estate.
It's an excellent time to do that, Gary. We invest in ourselves and buying our own home, but also buying that one other rental property, or maybe even 12 or 15 in the future, does a great thing in providing you a tax shelter now with your current income. It provides you a better rate of return. You know, the CDs aren't paying that much at the bank now.
Right.
So you get a better rate of return, a safer investment than maybe some stock market investments, and again, even retirement income in the future. So there's a lot of good reason to look at real estate, short-term or long-term, and to get a good return on your money.
If folks are interested in investing in this market, they need to talk to you and your staff. So tell them how to get a hold of you.
Please call us at 256-539-9501 or visit us on our web at rosenblumrealty.com.
Carrie Rosenblum, Rosenblum Realty, 55 years experience.
Catch the Pat Dye Show, Friday night at 8 on the Valley's Big Talker, 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Hey, this is Bo Thomas with Thomas HVAC Company. It's football season. That means I'll be giving away $100 in cash to one Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
.606 on the morning show. Yeah, we're just a day late. That's okay.
As long as we're not $1 short, we'll be all right.
Yeah, as long as we have all. Do you have the money?
I do have the money.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I wasn't here to collect the money.
No, but I did.
Yeah.
And I've already been to Walmart.
Do you still have the money?
We'll have to talk about that during the break.
All right, so here's how we play. You go to our blog at ToniandGary.com, and we have 4 games listed every week. And you, for example, this week, the games are LSU at Florida, Auburn at Mississippi State, Tennessee at Texas A&M, Alabama at Arkansas. Right under that, it says click here to submit your picks. So you tell us who you think's going to win by how many points. Put football picks in the subject line. Include your name and phone number, so in case you win, we can call you. And then, over the weekend, you have till Friday night to get your picks in. The earlier the better in case there's a tie. Then Corey figures out who got closest, and that person wins $100 in cash from Bo Thomas, Thomas HVAC. Second place, $50 in cash from Carrie Rosenblum, Rosenblum Realty. All the entries go in the barrel at the end of the season, we give away this really cool Liberty Tactical Gun Safe. You can see it on our blog at ToniandGary.com. And about a $1,400 value, with delivery and everything, within 45 minutes.
They make a quality gun safe.
It is amazing, isn't it? From Haley's, on Bob Wallace, Haley's.
Haley's Flooring and Interior.
So, the winners of last week, which we usually do on Monday, but we're doing on Tuesday, $100 in cash goes to Lee Rogers. Woohoo! $50 in cash from Carrie Rosenblum goes to, is it Jasoon? Is that how you say that?
Jasoon Cho.
Jasoon Cho. Congratulations. How about that?
And the 100 was from Bo.
The $100 is from Bo Thomas. Thomas HVAC. $50 from Carrie Rosenblum. Thank you for that, Stuart.
Yeah.
So, those are our winners from last week. The new games I just gave to you. You have till Friday to get them in. We'll be doing this every week, so get your picks in. That's how we play. Congratulations to our winners for this week. Okay, let's see here. Getting back to this post before we get to the phone, from this boy, this Danny Williams Clinton. Now, he is half African American. And he went on to say that the current owners of the Star now deny there was ever a DNA test performed and restated the circumstances of my birth in 2013 in the Globe, which they also own. Indeed, the Star files include no DNA test or documentation of it. The Altman-owned Star's Clinton Danny Williams DNA story was disinformation, and a willing media fell for it. He had one other post that I thought was kind of interesting. Right below that, it said on his Facebook page, "Black Lives Matter unless you're Bill Clinton's son, banished by Hillary. The 1999 DNA test allegedly taken by the Star is a fraud." And then he goes on to talk about what he said in his other Facebook posts. So, if true...
When did she run for Senate?
Let's see here. She must have run in 2000, maybe.
Why do you think it was swept under the rug in 1999?
I'm not sure. Corey will have to look.
There's no coincidence in politics.
Of course not. Corey will have to look and see. Now, well, it may have been later than that because she voted for the Iraq War. Well, that would have been in 2002. So it may have been a little bit later than that. But it's going to be interesting.
She voted in 2002.
For the...
Then, there's an election every 2 years. So...
That's true.
Not for Senate.
Oh, yeah, that's every 6 years.
Yeah, but they're...
But I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
She was elected in 2001.
2001?
Or
yeah.
she took office in 2001.
Which
the election was in 2000.
Yeah. Well, I was right the first time then.
Yeah.
So how about that? And it was a 1999 DNA test. You brought that's a great point.
The circle
great point you brought up. Now, if this is true, it'd be easy to, determine with a true DNA test.
Mm-hmm. It would be.
So we'll see. Now, the thing that bugged me last night was Megyn Kelly laughing about it, like it was some kind of Trump conspiracy. This story's been out there way before Trump. Can't blame everything on Trump. I know they want to, but especially Megyn Kelly. Let's go to Clarence. Hey, Clarence, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Tony. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All the guys did a great job.
I understand they just did. I had a lot of email about how great they did.
They really did a good job.
I tell you who else did a good.
I didn't hear Stewart, but I could have missed him.
Well, when? While she was out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I didn't get the invitation.
Stir that pot, Clarence.
Yeah, I'm still sour about that. I tell you somebody
let me just say this,
wait a
Stuart.
second.
If you'd have been there, you'd have been a star.
That's right. I mean, I didn't want to outshine everybody, so sometimes you got to just take a back seat and let other people have the spotlight.
I got you, brother.
And
hey, Tony, I believe ricotta is one of your answers.
It is ricotta. Good job.
I tell you, the person that we've overlooked multiple times in referencing how wonderful the gentleman did this past week, and that would be Miss Fallon Moss,
Who is handling the phone?
Yes.
Yes.
And as Corey can attest, that is no easy feat.
It is not.
So,
No, she did a good job, and I hope her eye is okay.
well, she's got to look at Corey, so it's debatable.
You know, and the fact that Corey can answer the phone and run the board,
Yeah,
talk,
he's
and
on the
everything,
phone now.
Yeah, is amazing. And having Fallon in here and letting him free him up to do all the other stuff was amazing, and we thank her for it.
Corey said she had some kind of eye procedure. I don't know, maybe now or soon to be, or just
So
had
what's
it.
wrong with Fallon's eye, Corey?
And I'm
I'm sorry.
she's okay.
Yeah, Corey had his headphones off. He couldn't hear, so.
She's fine. She had to have some bleeding behind her eye, cauterized.
Yeah, that was painful to listen to on the air.
Yeah, she actually had it started last week or 2 weeks ago, and the way they do it is they put just eye drops in your eye to numb your eye, but that wasn't enough for her. So we went back yesterday, and they actually stuck a needle in the eye to deaden the eye.
Oh, okay. We
Isn't
don't have to
that
go
like
too
an old
many.
saying?
Yeah.
Stick a needle in your eye.
Stick a needle in
Wow.
the eye. But everything went fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, I'm surprised that Danny Williams Clinton is still alive.
Well, you know, who is his mother?
Yeah, I'd like to know. Why don't we have her MO or her biography out in front? I mean, I'd like to know who she is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to find out.
No, Corey's trying to do a little research on that.
And I'm sure she's had some kind of
payoff,
wink contact with Bill at some point in time.
Well, here's the thing, though. You know,
She
the
had a little
reason
bit
that
more
she
than a
won't come
wink
out is she's
contact.
probably still being paid. If the story is true, she's still being paid by the Clintons to keep her mouth shut.
Well, her absence is noticeable.
It is.
It speaks volumes.
Hey,
And
Tony,
the boy
if-
now of age wants to. You know, he's the one who came out.
Go ahead, Clarence. What were
Sorry.
you saying?
Well, if Danny Williams Clinton is who he says he is, I wonder how much he can get out of that Clinton Foundation.
Not much. They've pretty much bled it dry.
Man,
I wonder.
man.
I bet Chelsea doesn't care much for him.
No, I'm sure she doesn't. And
Fighting
now
over-
we find out there's even another foundation.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. The media didn't mention
They
that.
didn't cover that one. So 3 months after leaving the White House in 2001, former President Bill Clinton arrives in India to cheering throngs of people who had just lost 1 million homes in the aftermath of that massive earthquake, killed 20,000, injured 166,000. And Clinton promised that his new nonprofit, called the American India Foundation, AIF, would rebuild 100 villages. And his millionaire co-chairman pledged $1 billion for the victims.
So a millionaire pledged $1 billion. Typical Democrat.
And it never happened. Years later, AIF's annual reports were reviewed and show only 7 villages were partially rebuilt by Clinton's group, and a mere $2.7 million of the $53 million raised went to earthquake victims. So the Clintons' India Foundation raised $53 million over 10 years for earthquake victims, and only $2.7 million of that was given to the victims. The rest, as usual, went for completely unrelated projects, including accelerating social change, fighting AIDS, sustainable development, and working for digital equalizers. Now, that's political speak for God knows what.
Yeah, what's a digital equalizer?
I have no idea. Paltry aid for the victims. Clinton handsomely profited, according to this report, from the charity, as AIF's top officials poured more than $13 million into the Clinton Foundation. And others generously gave to Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton's political campaigns. So if you look at what's going on in this particular case, Bill's friends, his buddies, who joined him at AIF, the India Foundation, they actually look like a den of thieves. 8 of the AIF officers include 2 co-chairmen, 5 trustees, and a director. They're all felons.
Imagine that.
I mean, I'm just saying, where is the media? All they can talk about is Trump's taxes, Trump's taxes. Where is the media on this? Charles Ortel, a Wall Street analyst and an outspoken critic, claims that AIF stands out for its high number of felons in leadership positions for the eventual financial enrichment of the Clintons. When you look at who the principal contributors and trustees are, surprising number of convicted felons who are accused of illegal activity on a massive scale. AIF's small aid for victims really sounds like a lot like the same controversy that engulfed the American Red Cross. You know, when they disclosed that only 154 million of the, people may have forgotten this, of the 594 million raised for a 9/11 fund was used as promised for victims of terrorist attacks, of the 9/11 attack. Didn't go to them. And they came in, they got, brought down a few pegs.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yep.
Only 154 million of the 594 million raised by the American Red Cross for the 9/11 fund was used for the 9/11 victims. So there's a whole list here of the felons who were involved in this. and can you imagine if Trump had done this? I mean, they can't talk about anything except for his
Donald
taxes.
Trump's taxes.
And
you know that old saying, Tony, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Well, there is so much corruption and collusion and pay-to-play going on, and the fact that I switched around every station in the last 24, 48 hours, and all they talked about was his taxes and how he didn't pay taxes. And they didn't say a word about her not paying taxes. They didn't say a word about how their deductions. I mean, they deducted Bill Clinton's underwear, for goodness sakes.
Well,
I'm surprised he wears underwear, quite honestly.
Takes them off so much, they should be a deduction.
I mean, and I'm not kidding. I'll get into that story later.
Thank goodness for the Drudge Report. Within, I think, maybe an hour of the New York Times illegally leaking Trump's 95 tax returns, Drudge had this big red headline, NYT paid no taxes in
That's
2014.
Right. New York Times, and they got a refund.
They also made a profit.
And they made a profit. That's right. How'd that happen?
They got better accountants, I guess.
And guess what? Just under their breath, CNN said, oh, by the way, New York Times didn't pay taxes. And then they went on with Trump's taxes again. And,
Tony, I'm an optimistic person. I still think there's going to be some good news for the people on November the 8th.
Well, he's down in the polls again.
No, he's up 3 according to the latest poll.
Is he?
On Drudge, yeah.
Which one is it?
I don't know.
Hit it and see.
Just wait a minute. Well,
no,
lady,
quickly.
come on.
Hurry.
And once again, do we trust the polls?
We can't trust the polls.
I mean, there was he put out a post yesterday on Twitter. Since the convention, he's had 339,000 people at his conventions.
At his rallies.
At his rallies. And she's had like 10 or 13,000 total.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the media is. I mean, when you have 24/7
UPI CV.
Okay.
See voter. Yeah.
That's a good one. So if you have 24/7 bash Trump, bash Trump, bash Trump, bash Trump, that's all you're talking about, and none of these.
That's
other
all CNN does.
Yeah, and MSNBC is the same way, and actually all of them, ABC, CBS, NBC, they're all doing the same thing.
I came up with a hypothesis the other day, and I shared it with Corey. Take just a second. Maybe you guys will listen, and I don't know if it's true or not, but Ronald Reagan was known as the great communicator.
Yes.
Okay. So I think in this society, in our liberal media and the way they run things, that it takes somebody with Trump's celebrity to go directly to the people.
Yes, but he just doesn't. He's not the communicator that Reagan.
Well, that's what. okay, he may not. You can't. That's apples and oranges. There's different times. We're in a digital media age, social media.
It's true.
And politics has changed dramatically.
But Sunday, when the debate comes up, he better have a whole different tact.
Well, see, that's the thing. And everybody thought he did a terrible. A lot of people thought he did a terrible job. I watched him, and I watched a businessman the whole time.
Yeah, but
because all he did was size her up.
Sure, but all he talked, he talked about his taxes for 8 minutes.
That's fine,
and the
but
birther
he
stuff.
kept throwing softballs, and he's letting her have false confidence. And the next debate, he will lower the boom because all he did was set her up. See how they were going to go after her, so they can form their dialogue and their positions for the next strategy for the
I hope
debate.
you're right, because he left a lot on the table.
Exactly. You don't ever show. You're in business. You don't show everything you got. You
better show it soon.
Well, he's
we're 35 days away from the election.
He hasn't let us down yet in that aspect.
Hope you're right, Stuart.
Yeah, me too.
It's a rope-a-dope. That's what it is.
Hey, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Rope-a-dope, you know what.
Mark it down. I've been right so far.
You have been right so far. I have to say that everything you have said so far has been right.
Well,
and we will see.
Can you call my wife?
Tony?
Yes.
Next time you go on vacation, have Stuart on.
Atta
Give him a break.
That's right.
Let him shine.
That's right.
Guys, kill me.
Your check is in the mail.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Clarence.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
And Ricky. Hey, Ricky, how are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing good.
Good.
You had a great vacation?
Yes, it was very good. Thank you.
That's good. I think I know why he was able to deduct his underwear. Because I think it's considered a tool. And I can deduct my tools as I'm in the construction business, I just think the business he was in.
Well, you're in construction?
That's just, yes.
What kind of hammer do you use?
Hammer?
What brand?
East Wing.
That's the best hammer there's made.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know more people are killed with hammers than guns, right?
My wife's family.
I'm just.
That's my wife's family's company. That's
really?
I wish I could be as confident as Corey and all them on the election. I heard Corey say he thought it might be a landslide. I hope he's right.
Well, the media wants.
scared.
Well, see, that's the thing. Y'all are playing right into the media. You're right where the liberal media wants you to be, disillusioned and staying at home. So
well, I'm staying.
Never.
I remember Sunday night.
You voted
Sunday night
absentee.
before the election in 2012. I was telling my sisters that there's no way that
Obama would get
gonna be
reelected. That's right. Look what happened.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong too.
So I'm not going to make any predictions like that again.
All right,
Always
Ricky.
hope for the best.
Well, I say I was wrong. I didn't say that Romney was going to win, but I was hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just didn't think we'd do it again, but we did it.
This is a generational election, and he's a generational candidate because no one stirred these kind of emotions.
Right.
And she helped stir the emotions just as much because people just do not like
Well,
that
and
woman.
only 53%. She's only getting 53% of women.
And you know what? His approval rating is closing in on 50%.
Yeah.
So that's strong. He's moving up. She's moving down.
He doesn't have a
Everything's
whole lot of
trending
time,
that
though.
way. It doesn't. It's the
I feel a little
finishing.
better now.
Thank you, Ricky.
Call me back when you need to feel better, huh?
It looks like we talked
Okay.
Ricky off the ledge.
Well, for now. But come November 9th, if it doesn't go the right way,
I'll be back before then.
yes, you will. We'll all be having a big drinking party somewhere. All right. Well, not.
By the way, Bobby Ann Williams is Danny's mama.
Uh-huh.
She was a prostitute.
Okay, hang on to that thought.
That Bill.
Yeah, just hang there right there and don't go any further. We'll be right back.
On your smartphone, download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And listen on your computer free anywhere in the world.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Janet Kincherlow Martin, Calhoun Community College. We've talked a lot about the short-term classes you can take to go ahead and get a job,
Yes.
like everything from linemen and truck driving.
Yes.
And what else?
To phlebotomy. A phlebotomist is a person who draws your blood when you go in for lab work. Believe it or not, you can be certified to be a phlebotomist after one course, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Now, what about the welding?
Probably 10 to 15 weeks, and you can be a certified welder. But then again, the good thing about these classes is that you can take the introductory courses and then be certified to work in that area, but then you can go back and get additional coursework and then be certified to do some other things, because I know that there are different kinds of welding, and so you can get certified to do those different kinds of welding. The beauty about those, as you said, is that you go and take that coursework for a very short period of time, but then you're certified to go out and work and make, a very good living. We have everything from the line worker to truck driving that we've talked about, the CDL, to welding, which are all very popular, to phlebotomy, to certified nursing assistant, pharmacy tech, again, all making more than minimum wage.
Great ideas from Calhoun Community College.
Log on to calhoun.edu to register today.
You're listening to the sound of an actual heart beating outside of a human body. Thanks to modern technology, a doctor can now keep a donor heart beating until it's ready to be transplanted into its recipient. Yet if our doctor wanted to transfer a phone call from her desk phone to her cell, she couldn't, because her phone system can't do that. At Vonage, we think it's about time business communications caught up. See what Vonage can do for your business at Vonage.com/it'sabouttime.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that you're probably driving right now. Sitting comfortably behind the wheel with a tasty caffeinated beverage in your cup holder. Well, if you were driving with Uber, you could be earning money right now too. That's because Uber is the ultimate side hustle. Extra cash whenever you want. Earning you can turn on and off, just like your car. This isn't just another job, it's a totally flexible way to earn. So go ahead, get your side hustle on. Visit uber.com/drive now. That's uber.com/drive now.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Stand Up to Cancer.
Making your way around Hazel Green down through Meridianville along the Parkway. Traffic moving okay. We're not spotting any problem coming out of Lacey's Spring this morning. Things are moving fine on 72 heading over Chapman Mountain. No problems on 565 around Decatur or Athens. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
I'm Tony Goldwyn. 20 years ago, when my mom had lung cancer, she didn't have many choices. But today you do. If you've been diagnosed with lung cancer, please visit standuptocancer.org/lungcancer to learn more.
So why do people drive from all over the Southeast to Eddie Pruitt Ford?
Tremendous savings on new Ford cars and trucks, crossovers, and SUVs.
Right now, great buys at Eddie Pruitt Ford. Great incentives from Ford Motor Company as well as from Eddie Pruitt himself. And he's got those program vehicles with still under factory warranty mileage on them at Eddie Pruitt Ford, and you can save thousands and thousands of dollars. And at Eddie Pruitt Ford, every new Ford comes with a powertrain lifetime warranty. You heard me right. A lifetime powertrain warranty with every new Ford sold at Eddie Pruitt Ford. So do like I do and have been doing for years. I head over to Hartselle, Alabama, Highway 31 and do business with my friend Eddie Pruitt. And you'll do it too, because he'll treat you right at Eddie Pruitt Ford, Highway 31, Hartselle.
Now, your official WBHP Weather Center forecast.
This report is brought to you by SOS Children's Villages.
I'm WHNT News 19 meteorologist Ben Smith. Another warm afternoon, a partly cloudy sky today with high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower 60s, and continued warm again tomorrow, upper 80s to near 90 under a mostly sunny sky. It gets cool this weekend with a passing frontal boundary. We only see mid-70s Saturday and Sunday. Take my forecast at WBHP with you everywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app at WBHPAM.com.
War, poverty, and disaster have left millions of children around the world orphaned, abandoned, alone. When their parents can't be there, SOS Children's Villages is there in 134 countries, including the U.S. To make a difference in a child's life, go to sosusa.org.
Liberty Mutual Insurance presents a story about pickles.
It's 2 a.m. and your pregnant wife needs pickles. So you pick up some green happiness but accidentally hit a parked car. Great. Something else to worry about. Luckily, Liberty Mutual Insurance has 24/7 claims assistance, so you can take care of your claim right away. Problem solved. Now, if only you bought the right pickles.
Click the banner to get a quote. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company.
Napa know-how.
If it seems like the last time you changed your antifreeze was when cassette tapes were all the rage, it's time to pick up a gallon of Prestone antifreeze at Napa for only $12.99. It's the best way to protect your engine from the harsh elements. And unlike cassettes, Paying $12.99 for a gallon of Prestone antifreeze never gets old. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 11/13/16.
WBHP is available everywhere you want to listen on our free iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Hey, this is Bo Thomas with Thomas HVAC. And if you're even thinking about getting a new heating and cooling system, you'll want to take advantage of our fall football special. Right now, we're offering 0% for 60-month financing on new Trane heating and cooling systems. Give us a call at 256-858-4822 or go to coolhuntsville.com.
You know, you need to get on that pretty quick because this special isn't going to last much longer. 60 months, no interest on a new Trane. Now, the Toni and Gary special is something you need to call about right away because as we transition into fall and cooler weather, you want to make sure your heater works. If you wait until the first frost or it gets really cold,
you're going to be stuck out in the cold.
They have a list. Everybody's calling at the same time. But if you go ahead and call now and have them come out and check your heater, make sure that it's working right, clean it. The Toni and Gary special is only $79. It's a $300 value. When you call Bo Thomas, just drop our names and say, I want the Toni and Gary special, and they will come out, clean your unit, you check everything, and like I say, $300 value for $79. But you got to drop our names. Bo Thomas, Thomas HVAC. The phone number is
858-4822.
Okay, so the Bill Clinton situation. Now, you know, they're on Trump taxes. Yet, the Clintons did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
With carryovers, and I'm not a CPA. I'm going to have to get Lloyd in here to talk about all that. But the thing is if you have losses over a number of years, you can carry that forward and take all the losses in 1 year, which is what I understand Trump did.
Okay.
Well, the Clintons did the same thing, but the media is not talking about it. But this is the part that really got me, is they actually deducted from their federal income tax return the value of Bill's used underwear that the Clintons supposedly donated to charity.
Wait, they donated his underwear to charity?
To charity because, yes, to raise money. And
somebody bought his underwear?
According to the Washington Post, December 28th, 1993, several experts were consulted about Clinton's tax-deductible donations, especially of underwear. So, Paul...
this is great.
Paul Offenbacher. Did you hear
Offenbacher?
That? Yeah. Did you hear that on CNN?
No.
A long-time
I have to say.
Washington area tax accountant said it's highly unusual to take an itemized deduction on donated underwear.
No kidding.
I have to say, I have a lot of itemized deductions on my taxes. That's not one of them. Indeed, he had never heard of such a thing.
Well, of course not.
Professor of psychology
who writes off their underwear,
who studies the unconscious symbolic meanings in human behavior.
Oh, so what does that mean then?
Said that the donations are at the very least fodder for intriguing speculation. Quote, "We don't get too much underwear here. I don't think people want that too much."
No kidding.
Said a senior resident at the Union Rescue Mission, a haven for homeless people in Little Rock.
They were just trying to help people.
That
Here
has
we are
been a
making fun of
frequent
them.
beneficiary of the Clintons' tax-deductible
donations.
The Mission Thrift Shop has been known to sell used underwear displayed in bins at 95 cents a pair.
Okay.
The Clintons and their cheerleaders...
How much was his underwear worth? 95
are now
cents?
questioning why Trump took a legal deduction for a business loss of about $900 million 20 years ago. There's no question that one can take a tax deduction for business losses and carry back and forward those losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to law, you know, if you have that big of a loss, then you can go several years.
Right.
without paying tax.
I understand he had enough to go like 18 years without.
We don't know if he did or not.
Yeah, I
but
haven't heard that.
having said that, he still paid all the other taxes.
Right.
He paid payroll taxes, sales taxes,
property taxes.
Oh, could you imagine what
Capital
his
gains taxes.
property taxes are?
The only thing he was, I don't know if exempted is the right word, from was federal income tax.
Yeah, he had to pay state tax.
Right.
And everything else. So he paid millions and millions of dollars in taxes. CNN's not telling you that.
No.
Anyway, so Trump's net loss was a legitimate loss and a legitimate deduction that a business should deduct.
Legitimate means legal.
Yeah. And because they do that so that business doesn't go out of business. They stay in business
Right.
and don't lay off anybody or fire anybody and close down and people lose jobs. It's more important to have jobs.
Right.
Now, but, Trump's net loss, legitimate loss, and it's not deducting used underwear. So we have the Clintons and the cheerleaders in the mainstream media questioning a deduction for a net operating loss while giving Comey a pass, for example, on the Clintons. And I'm still trying to figure out the whole thing on the underwear. But anyway, I'm trying to find out who bought them. But somebody did.
Well, yeah, especially if they're only 95 cents a pair.
Well, no, that's what the mission.
That's what the peasant's underwear was, not the king's.
Not the king, yeah. There's no telling what his brought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's just nasty.
It is nasty. Why would he do that? I mean, what? But again,
such
from
a
the
slime ball.
From the psychology, the psycho analysts of who studies the unconscious symbolic meanings in human behavior, there's something there.
Bobby Ann Williams. You still wouldn't let me get to it. While you're sneezing, we'll talk about it. Bobby Ann Williams, the mother of Danny Williams, who says he's Clinton's son.
Yeah.
Well, the way they got involved was a state trooper, an Arkansas state trooper back in 1983.
Oh, this is the trooper deal.
Back in 1983, apparently.
When he was governor of Arkansas.
Yeah. Apparently took Bill Clinton to Bobby Ann Williams' mother's house, and that's where they hooked up. And apparently paid about $400.
Wow.
And a $50 tip.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this child is allegedly the product of that. There was Troopergate in Arkansas. It was a big scandal.
You think he gave her any of his underwear?
Probably not.
But if this is indeed true, and this child, this boy, who is now coming out and saying, I'm Bill Clinton's son, and nobody will talk to me in the media, nobody will do a real DNA test, then
that's something.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
You keep calling him a boy. He's a man.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's nearly as old as I am.
How old is he?
Well, if he was conceived in 1983, that'd make him 33, wouldn't it?
What year were you born?
1981.
Yeah. So he, not his mother, is the one saying, I'm Bill Clinton's son. Talk to me, somebody, in the media.
Do you think he looks like Bill?
No. I can't. I don't see a similarity.
I don't either.
I know they're saying that, but I don't. But that's irrelevant.
Well, yeah.
DNA tests would get to the bottom of that.
That's right.
But like I said, if he is indeed his son, then the Clintons know it. They're lying and covering it up. If he is, they're paying off the mother. That's why she hasn't come forward.
I don't know whether this kid's Bill's kid or not, but there has to be love children out there all over
Somewhere.
the place.
And they're all being paid off.
The way he was doing, yeah.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Miss Toni and Gary? Listen to our podcast free anytime, day or night.
And check out our blog at toniandgary.com with links to the podcast, email, iHeartRadio, listen online, and all the latest stories and video.
And like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's The Morning Show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Glenn Beck.
It's not so bad to be poor. We were happier in many ways when we had less. It is harder in many ways. but it doesn't change your level of happiness.
Money can't not so much on that. It certainly makes it easier. It makes you be happy.
It does.
Glenn Beck, weekdays 8 to 11, 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Hello, Americans. I'm Todd Stearns with this Fox News and commentary next.
Is the recession really over? Is a bigger one on the way? Will our next president lead us to prosperity and peace, or will it all fall apart? Be wise and be ready with 25-year shelf life Wise Food Storage. Try it free. Order a no-obligation free sample meal delivered right to your front door. And for a limited time, get a 10% discount and free shipping on all orders. Call for your free sample now. 800-775-9353. 800-775-9353.
Football fans at East Carolina University are furious after the marching band disrespected the nation during their performance of the Star-Spangled Banner. A number of band members either took a knee or refused to play, leading to a chorus of boos from outraged fans. You can watch what happened on my website, toddstarns.com.
Shocked and appalled.
Now that's Kieran Shanahan, a member of the university's board of directors.
Strong boos from the crowd when they realized what was happening certainly echoed the sentiment, I think, of the board.
The university's chancellor released a rather tepid statement affirming civil discourse. I feel bad for the folks there in North Carolina because their taxpayer-funded university's been infested with a bunch of left-wing educators spewing anti-American ideology. I just wish one of the grown-ups in charge over there could muster the courage to tell the marching band to blow it out their tuba. I'm Todd Stearns.
For over 5 years, you've entrusted Happy to provide medical care for children and adults here in Madison County. Now, Happy is proud to offer behavioral health services in partnership with Wellstone. At Happy, we're here for the entire family with professional counseling services and treatment of ADHD, including comprehensive evaluation and the QB test. Happy is located at 2327 Pansy Street, Suite B. Visit happyinc.com. That's happy with an I.
Yeah, look for the happy face.
You might not know it, but fall is the perfect time to feed your lawn. So this football season, you can spend halftime eating some lukewarm bean dip, or you can head outside and run some lawn feeding routes using Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard Fall Lawn Food. The conditions are ideal for grass to grow deep roots, so your lawn will be stronger come spring. So forget the room temperature dip. Get out there and pick up your bag today. Fall time is yard time with Scott's.
Liberty Mutual Insurance presents a story about pickles.
It's 2 a.m. and your pregnant wife needs pickles. So you pick up some green happiness but accidentally hit a parked car. Great. Something else to worry about. Luckily, Liberty Mutual Insurance has 24/7 claims assistance, so you can take care of your claim right away. Problem solved. Now, if only you bought the right pickles.
Click the banner to get a quote. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company.
War, poverty, and disaster have left millions of children around the world orphaned, abandoned, alone. When their parents can't be there, SOS Children's Villages is there in 134 countries, including the U.S. To make a difference in a child's life, go to sosusa.org.
Talking with Bo Thomas of Thomas HVAC, your train comfort specialist. Tell us about the new technology, Bo.
Well, Gary, this is the same technology. It's been used on airplanes for decades. It's been used to keep out dust, bacteria, viruses, allergens, and now we have it available for your home and your office.
So how does it work?
What we do, we install it into your system, so as it's running, we get a chance to filter the air throughout the whole house.
Well, Bo, what about the people who use humidifiers?
We've got that covered too. We've got a humidifier we'll install in the system so we can affect the entire house, and we can get rid of those bowls that are sitting over in the corner and eliminate using them in a room-by-room basis. Imagine all day and all night while you're sleeping, the air in your home is being cleaned so you get the best air quality in every room 24 hours a day.
How do they get a hold of you, Bo?
Call us at 256-858-4822 or find us online at coolhuntsville.com.
Start your day at Hardee's with a delicious sausage and egg biscuit for only 99 cents. That's right, a buttery made-from-scratch biscuit with savory sausage and fluffy egg, now just 99 cents at your neighborhood Hardee's restaurant.
At iHeartMedia, we've harnessed the power of sound in a way that can help you expand your reach to a new group of target customers and grow your business through customized and effective advertising. Call 844-BUY-RADIO or go to iHeartMedia.com.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Think It Up.
So far, it's a good ride around Decatur. No problems if you're making your way around Athens. We're not spotting any big delays for you on 565 to Parkway. Heading over Chapman Mountain, looking good. So far, no big delays on 431 around Big Cove. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Hi, I'm Nick Jonas, and I'm here to tell you about Think It Up, a new initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join us at thinkitup.org.
Say good morning to Keith Pinkerton. He is Mr. Electric. Now, Keith, every month we have severe weather in the Tennessee Valley. Power outages, a big problem. But you can help stop that.
That is correct. We can actually come in and install a whole house generator that automatically senses when the power goes off, takes you off the utility grid, and turns on the generator and powers up your house during a power outage. And when power comes back on, it senses it and shuts down the generator and puts you back on the utility grid.
And another important feature with Mr. Electric is making sure you're safe at home.
We actually have a home safety inspection, electrical home safety inspection that we do when we come out to your house, and and we inspect your whole electrical system, and we educate you about your electrical system, and if we see any code violations or anything that needs to be addressed, we'll give you a free upfront quote.
Call Mr. Electric today at 1-888-536-8119.
This is Michael Berry. Join me this afternoon at 5. Now back to Toni and Gary on the Valley's Big Talker, 800 and 1230 WBHP.
I'm Kerry Rosenblum with Rosenblum Realty, and it's football season again, and that means I'll be giving away $50 cash to one lucky Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Welcome back to the morning show. Okay, what are we giving away?
$40 for Popeye's Cajun Fried Chicken. Movie passes for 2 at Hollywood 18. Family 4-pack to the Botanical Gardens. $20 from Dunkin' Donuts, Huntsville and Madison.
And a day pass to the range at Last Resort Guns, County Line Road in Madison.
All you have to do is call us. At the end of the show, we'll draw from all the people who have called in, and that person wins.
534-3521 and 309-2313.
And, of course, we have added prizes, a family 4-pack to Tate Farms. Great place to take the family. Go to our blog at ToniandGary.com. Check out their website, everything they do there. And Rooster's Men's Grooming Center, the club cut, the hot shave, the neck massage. All you got to do is call us. Phone numbers are
256-534-3521 and 309-2313.
So it's National Taco Day, so all the answers end in T-A, like in taco. How about a day in Mexico? A short, early afternoon nap ends in T-A. Miss, M-I-S-S, ends in T-A. A festival ends in T-A.
Okay.
Remember, the subject is a day in Mexico. It may be hung and beaten at the festival. Ends in TA. Or we still have food and drink out there. Pasteurized prepared cheese product. Did you say that was ziti?
Ziti.
Ziti. Ziti or rotini ends in TA. A brand of banana. And let's see, let me get one more in here. Okay, that's good.
Or not.
Or not.
256-534-3521 and 309-2313.
All right, let's go to Mary. Hey, Mary, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. You doing all right?
Yes.
Welcome back. Did you have a good trip?
Yes, thank you very much. Good to be back.
One of the trivia answers be siesta?
It is siesta, a short, early afternoon nap. Ends in TA. Ta would be siesta.
Okay, hon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. And Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
Good morning.
Hey.
I'm practicing my new entry music.
Oh, I thought it was Tourette's.
I think about becoming a professional wrestler.
Oh, are you?
Really?
Yes. I'm trying to think of which one. I'm going to paint myself yellow. I want to see which one of the minions I'm going to be. You know, that's what they say.
One of them's named Stewie or Stewart or something like that.
Stuart, Kevin, and Bob.
There you go.
What are we talking about
The
here?
Minions. Despicable Me.
Have you not seen
Those
Minions
little yellow
yet?
things?
Oh, yes.
The Minions. Gary would have been Kevin. Tony would have been Stuart. Corey would have been Bob.
Yeah,
Go watch the movie Minions. You'll know what I mean.
Okay.
Have y'all seen it?
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Have you seen it?
We have kids.
Yes,
little
we do.
kids. Yeah, I don't have little kids anymore. Although I did watch Tangled the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Cartoons are the best. The newest cartoons are the best movies out now. Secret Life of Pets. Have y'all seen it?
No.
I have not seen
But
that.
I do love all that animated
I love
stuff.
animated too.
Pixar stuff. Yeah.
You would like the Minions. You would like the Secret Life of Pets. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
All right, we're going to put those on our movie list.
Put on your bucket list, okay?
Sounds good, Jamie. Thank you.
Hey, one more thing. I've got my Hillary for President sign in my front yard now.
Really?
No, you don't.
Yes, I went to Gatlinburg this weekend, bought me one. It was $7. Hillary, and I'm kind of mad because the guy next door had them for $6. But
Can I
didn't know that.
I think I'm gonna just make some.
Some Hillary.
Yeah,
I got some friends that own sign businesses. I just do that.
Prison?
Yeah, Hillary for prison.
my neighbors are eyeing it because they've got a Hillary sign up. They're all on disability and welfare and food stamps and stuff. But if they take it down, if it comes down, I'm going to put a 4x8 piece of plywood up with 2x4s or 4x4s right in the middle of my front yard, with exactly the same thing written on it.
Hey, I got
That's funny.
I got a post hole digger that'll put a hole in the ground and some concrete. They won't be able to get it up.
Exactly. Well, they're not going to work hard enough to get that up. They might walk out there long enough to put a little simple sign out of the ground, maybe with enough alcohol involved. But no, they're not going to go out there messing with that.
So how do you really feel about
Sounds
your
like
neighbors?
sounds like you need to move, Jamie.
It sounds like they need to move.
I heard a few years ago that all accidents happen within a mile of home, so I moved.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Did that help?
Yeah, that's an old joke.
I love Jamie.
I love good
That's
jokes.
funny. And Jeff, the star. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Hey, good morning, friends.
Yeah, I understand that you just were...
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that. I thank you for the compliment. I thank you for the opportunity. I get to see firsthand how difficult your job is, Miss Toni.
It is hard, isn't it?
I tell you what, I can't tell you how many times that Corey said, I can't wait for Miss Toni to get back. I can't wait for Miss Toni to get
He
back.
didn't say that. I'm sure he didn't say that.
No,
he might not have said it,
He
but just
told
once,
him to
but
call
anyway.
in and say that.
Huh?
He told him to say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like you had a great vacation, though.
Yeah, I had a very good one. Yes, it was great.
How was the weather?
Except for it was so hot.
Except for when it rained.
You were
was
in
so
Florida.
Hot. It was 98
Well,
degrees.
I remember
heat
before
index.
you went, Corey was trying to scare you, talking about, it's going to rain this day, it's going to rain this day.
It rained almost every day for a period.
That's why you're sick.
Okay.
For a small period of time.
You got wet,
Oh, that's
didn't
not
you?
bad.
A couple of times I did.
Yeah, that's why you're
Yeah,
sick.
I am sick.
I mean,
Every time I travel, I get
You don't
sick,
need
though.
a doctor. You just need the stew.
Yeah.
The stew.
Yeah. Well.
Well, you came back, and I guess I can tell you got a little congestion, but
I've got a cold.
you weren't sick at Orlando, though, right?
Well, so we did Disney Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, SeaWorld on Saturday, and Universal on Sunday.
Wow, the trifecta.
Yeah, and Saturday morning I came down with it, so I lasted about half a day at SeaWorld.
Oh,
and then
sorry.
I didn't go to Universal with them. I stayed home. But it was fine.
Okay.
You didn't go to the zoo while you were down there?
We didn't have enough time. I was exhausted. I mean, it took all day, every day, and it was so hot.
Well, I figured you might have gone for a family reunion.
Well, really glad to have you back, Miss Toni.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for sitting in, and
You're very welcome.
And I understand everybody did a great job.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good job.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Jeff. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Listen to Toni and Gary on your smartphone.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver Traffic Update.
This report is brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We're spotting some slow traffic on 65 southbound between Martin Lime Road and Garrett Road. After that, traffic's moving okay. We're not spotting any problems around Decatur. Athens, you're looking good. No problems on 565 or along the Parkway. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety. No matter what it takes, do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts. Never give up until they buckle up. Go to safercar.gov/kids buckle up.
Achoo! It's that time of the year again. That was me before I called Air Essentials Incorporated, but now... And now the experts at Air Quality and Duct Cleaning Work can handle all of your heating and air conditioning needs, from sales to service and installation of all makes and models. So remember, when your air is full of yuck or your HVAC is run amok, call the green and purple truck. Air Essentials Incorporated, 256-217-2273 or airessentials.com. License number AL11127, Better Business Bureau, A+ rated.
Tired of getting the runaround? You won't at Jimmy Smith Buick GMC. Instead, we invite you to join the Preferred Owner Program. Whether you buy new or used, you'll get preferred treatment, including service. Come take advantage of the best offers of the year. Right now, you can get $9,000 off the Enclave or $5,000 off select Encore.
Come be a part of our family.
You'll find us on Highway 72 on the east side of Athens. Jimmy Smith Buick GMC.
We're your neighborhood dealer.
I'm Jerry Reynolds, the Car Pro. There is simply no reason why you should settle for anything less than the best deal you can get on your next car or truck. Listen to the Car Pro Show with me, Jerry Reynolds, or go to carprousa.com.
Saturdays noon to 3 and Sundays 9 to 11 a.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
For over 5 years, you've entrusted Happy to provide medical care for children and adults here in Madison County. Now, Happy is proud to offer behavioral health services in partnership with Wellstone. At Happy, we're here for the entire family with professional counseling services and treatment of ADHD, including comprehensive evaluation and the QB test. Happy is located at 2327 Pansy Street, Suite B. Visit happyinc.com. That's happy with an I.
Yeah, look for the happy face.
Start your day at Hardee's with a delicious sausage and egg biscuit for only 99 cents. That's right, a buttery made-from-scratch biscuit with savory sausage and fluffy egg, now just 99 cents at your neighborhood Hardee's restaurant.
It's 3 p.m. School's out for America's kids. And when school's out, clubs are in. It's time to support the Boys and Girls Clubs. Visit greatfutures.org.
The Liosi Group has been taking care of your office needs for over 40 years. They've also been saving 95% of their customers' money and improving efficiency. In this economy, people don't want to think about buying office equipment, but the Liosi Group is reducing hard dollar cost for their customers. How? The machines do more and cost less. Lexmark copiers revolutionize how copies, prints, scans, and faxes are made. Don't be afraid to check into saving your company money. The Liosi Group is where you'll receive quality service guaranteed, response time guaranteed, and that means guaranteed satisfaction. Call the Liosi Group to start reducing your office costs today.
Service, extraordinary service.
Just ask anyone.
650-4150. LIOCE.
This is WBHP Huntsville, WHOS Decatur, and WDRM FM HD2 Decatur, an iHeart radio station.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Tonight, the only face-off between the vice presidential candidates.
The whole point tonight of the debate is for Tim Kaine and Mike Pence to explain to voters how they are different. But as it turns out, they are very similar in a very important way. They're both very religious Catholics.
Fox's Peter Ducey at Virginia's Longwood University.
The topic of conversation is expected to be driven by the two people not on stage, Trump and Clinton. Kaine aides tell us the senator is going to try to get Pence to defend Trump for some of the things the Clinton campaign has called controversial, whereas Trump's running mate, who's been doing mock debates with Governor Scott Walker standing in for Kaine, is going to come out as feisty according to Trump's campaign manager, Kellyanne Conway.
The Nobel Prize in Physics goes to 3 British-born scientists for discoveries about strange forms of matter. And Hurricane Matthew now battering Haiti as a Category 4 storm. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Our 2016 iHeartRadio Music Festival is now music history. 20 of the biggest artists in the world, 2 nights on one stage in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Britney Spears. Florida Georgia Line. Give it up.
Now, experience the festival on television and get an exclusive look backstage on a 2-part CW broadcast special.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by Huntsville Hospital.
We're spotting some slow traffic on 65 southbound between Martin Lime Road and Garrett Road. After that, traffic's moving okay. We're not spotting any problems around Decatur. Athens, you're looking good. No problems on 565 or along the Parkway. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
When I don't feel good, it's hard to keep up with school, work, even weekend plans. Huntsville Hospital Walk-In Clinic across from Holy Spirit School on Airport Road is open until 6 p.m. every day, including Saturday and Sunday. Huntsville Hospital Walk-In Clinic. We can make you feel all better.
Say good morning to Mary Lawrence, Sonomas Mortgage, First Commercial Bank. So, Mary, talk to me about a remodeling loan.
What happens a lot of times is a home is a great home. It's got good bones, but you want to fix the inside. Maybe it hasn't been updated in 20 years, and you want to add new floor coverings. You want to add new appliances. So with a remodeling loan, you can do all of that in with the purchase of the property, or you can do it in a refinance mode.
So if I'm buying the home and I want to remodel the home before I move in it, you have a loan for that.
Right. We can do it all in one.
And if I'm refinancing and I want to remodel my home, then you can work that out too.
Correct. A little bit different scenario, but same end product for you.
And a lot of people are remodeling right now. They're remodeling, or they're adding an outdoor kitchen, or they're redoing a bathroom.
Well, some of the most coveted areas in Huntsville have older homes.
Call Mary Lawrence today on her cell phone, 256-755-1008. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates and fees subject to change. NMLS number 180085.
If you're thinking of buying or selling a home in the Tennessee Valley, you need to think first of Carrie Rosenblum and Rosenblum Realty in Huntsville, because experience matters. Right, Carrie?
Absolutely, Gary. As you go into a real estate transaction, one of the biggest investments you ever make, it's important to know that you're in good hands and people that can help you out. And we at Rosenblum Realty, we know the processes involved in getting you there from start to finish. We know the locations that you're going to want to be, as we talk with you, to locate in and know how to pick the right properties out. And we try to provide no surprises. You know, that's important, not to be surprised at the closing table with dollars and cents that you didn't expect to pay. So throughout the whole process of getting a contract done, negotiating, and getting a home inspected and on down to the closing table, we're going to find you the right places with no surprises. Call us at 539-9501 or visit our website at rosenblumrealty.com, and we'll be glad to find the right place for you.
Put Toni and Gary in your back pocket. Listen on your phone with the free iHeartRadio app.
I'm Chris Haley with Haley's Flooring and Interiors and Liberty Safes, and we will be giving away a Liberty Tactical Gun Safe, an $1,100 value. Listen for details.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at tonyandgary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown. Come on. Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Big Ben. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy. It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We is heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck and I'm about to put the hammer down.
'Cause we are little convoys.
7:06 on the morning show. Wow, that's going back a ways. Today is 10-4 day, October 4th.
Oh.
It's 10-4 day.
Yeah.
That's what you would say on your CB. Did you ever have a CB radio? Stuart?
No.
No. If you had a CB radio out there, call us and tell us what your handle was.
And I do know this. You don't. He said something in that song, "Good Buddy." You don't say that anymore.
Well, no, now it's a
reference
pejorative.
to a homosexual.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to talk
Really?
about that. Yeah. You know how they always change stuff up? You know,
I
something.
have to be careful how I speak because I could be saying things I don't mean to be saying.
I didn't know. I had a friend of mine tell me.
We have to go back to that song when this used to be.
You didn't
this
find out the
and-
hard way, did you, Stuart?
Okay, we're not talking about that now. Hello. All right. Hello. So
I'm glad y'all can't see hand gestures.
So here we've got something that was a good thing,
right?
And somebody decided to turn it into some kind of bad thing, right? And that's what they do. I don't
understand.
I don't either.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a CB radio, we want to know what your handle was.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had a CB.
Did you have a CB?
I had a CB. My dad loved CBs.
And what was your handle there? CL Moss?
No, it was not. That's my email handle.
I know. I said, what was your? That was just.
So I know. I'm just.
Come on with it.
Take it easy in there. So my dad's handle was Super Frog.
Super Frog? Was there a reason?
Super Frog. I don't know. I'd have to ask him that. I've never asked him. I just took it for granted.
He left around.
So my yes, he hopped. He was a bar hopper. That's what it was.
He was a hop, skip, jump away.
I'm sorry, I can't turn you off and let Stuart
And
talk
let
at the
Stuart
same
talk, 'cause
time.
I didn't mean to cough all over everybody.
But my my handle was Baby Frog. Since he was Super Frog,
that's
I was
cute.
Baby Frog.
You should have been Toad.
Toad.
Great.
Baby Frog.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?
My brother had a
Tadpole.
CB.
Tadpole.
My older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I like that.
That would be good.
Yeah, it would have been.
And then when he moved, I got it, and I would never talk on it.
You just listen.
I just listened,
Mm-hmm.
and that was those were the most interesting conversations between truckers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's when y'all switched from what was it, ham radio, or was it the telegraph when you were growing up?
No, let me tell you something about ham radio. We have one of the biggest.
I know there's a bunch of them.
Ham radio groups in Huntsville,
and there's when I worked for Toyota when I got out of college, we had at the dealership we had people that had them on and they had to put insulators around certain parts of the electrical components of their vehicles because it would interfere with the signal in the truck.
Well, you know who introduced me to that was M.D. Smith, the owner of Channel 31, when we did Way Too Early, and he still
that is
does
such a neat thing.
I've always wanted to have, Mike that used to call in, the reason he doesn't call in, he's on a different shift, but he has a ham radio, and he talks to people all over the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it is truly amazing.
It bounces at night.
Yeah.
The way they use the atmosphere to bounce the signal.
And he would tell us about people he talked to in other countries and what they were talking about and things like that. So, very.
The rest of us use the internet.
Yeah, but you know what? When
cool,
everything goes down.
When it all goes south.
No, the people with ham radios will be the only people talking to anybody.
I said, when it all goes south.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a song reference.
Oh. Okay, fine. Let's go to Doc. Hey, Doc, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How y'all doing this morning?
Good. What are you doing today?
I'm just getting me some coffee this morning.
Yeah, you going to work?
Running the kid to work.
What do you do,
I had
Doc?
to run the kid to work this morning. His car was down, so I had to take him to work.
That's the thing about kids.
Hey, I'm just glad he got a job. How about that?
I am so with you. It's like, oh yeah, I can take you, buddy. Get in.
That's it. I didn't have no problem taking him to work.
That's right. We're just thrilled that they have jobs. Yes.
How old is he?
That's it. 17.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Hey,
Oh wow,
at least
good.
17 with a job. That's.
I always felt like when mine got jobs, I made them get out and get them at 16, where I don't care where, Walmart, whatever.
Well, we told him whenever that new Kroger was being built down here on Walter Anna, we said, you need to get a fly down there. And he got hired on.
Did he?
Works down there as a bag boy. He hates working, but he likes that paycheck.
Well, that's the thing. As long as they can support themselves as far as their money for gas and their whatever they need, I was happy. I felt like I got a raise.
That's the way we are about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you have a CB?
Absolutely. Actually, I still run a CB. pretty much in my car. My wife won't let me put one in her brand new Audi, but I've got one in my car that I run. And I've used them ever since I've been a kid. I grew up a trucker kid.
Really?
And whenever y'all started playing Convoy this morning, that kind of took me back a little bit. I've actually got one of those little data chip players in my car. That's on my data chip. I play that every now and then.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I've had one pretty much on my wife, and they'd save my bacon, quite a bit every now and then. Like I was a little teenager running around with one, got on the back road, running around with a little barrel, and my tire blew out on me. Didn't have a spare, broke kid, and got on the radio, called up a couple of my buddies because it's before cell phones or whatnot, and one of my buddies across town heard me hollering on the radio, come out and help me out,
How about
and yeah, so it's saved my bacon a time or two.
What was your handle?
The Doctor.
The Doctor. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, my nickname's been Doc for pretty much my entire life.
Why?
So
I'm your Huckleberry.
Well, I'll tell you why. It's kind of funny. I was a Doctor Who fan before Doctor Who was cool. I used to watch it back on Alabama Public Television whenever I was, 14, 15 years old. And I just ended up going to a science fiction convention with a bunch of different buddies, and all of our names were All Might. The next thing you know, everybody was all getting us confused, so we used the name of our costume that we wore to, go out there and that they'd know who it was. So my grandmother at the time used my dad's VCR. Now check this out. This is love for you right here. My grandmother knitted me the scarf that the Fourth Doctor wore by pausing a VCR and taking a Polaroid of it, and then she figured out how to do the colors and everything, then knitted me that silly scarf.
That was that's the original screenshot.
It really is.
That was it.
That's pretty cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Doc, don't be a stranger, okay?
All righty. Well, we'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
I listen to y'all every morning, so I use that iHeart Radio app, so I listen to y'all a pretty good bit. I just don't call in that much.
Thank you, Doc.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
That is a
Bye.
great app. If you haven't downloaded the free app on your phone, the iHeart Radio app, you can listen to us anywhere in the world.
I use it when I'm in the shower, listening to y'all.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Well, Mark and Pamela, husband and wife, she listens while she's getting ready, puts her makeup on in the bathroom, and he's doing something else, listening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing.
It's a little weird just thinking about us being in the bath, in the shower.
Yeah.
With Stuart.
Got good acoustics.
Well, we don't
there.
have video.
No, we don't. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we don't have video.
It's not like it's streaming live or anything, right? Let's go to Al. Hey, Al.
Hey, you're probably getting tired of getting welcome back, but welcome back.
Oh, thank you very much. And thanks for sitting in for me.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We had a good time.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody did good.
Yeah, they did. And CB radios were the original social network, I guess.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
The Duke boys had one.
Yeah, they did. My dad had one too, but he had it in his car. We didn't have one in the house, but if that story about Bill is true, then and he did have relations with one or more unprotected sex with one or more prostitutes. Think about the fact. I mean, obviously it was unprotected because it could have yielded a kid. Think about the fact that he came home to Hillary.
If you worried about her getting a STD, I don't think we're pretty safe on that one.
Are you trying to make us feel bad for Bill Clinton?
No, Hillary.
For Hillary.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Bill for having to go home to Hillary.
Yeah, the only STD that Bill and Hillary have is Chelsea.
Good grief!
Oh, Stuart! God.
What?
That does actually that makes pretty good.
Al, do not encourage him.
Hey, I got that one from my dad. That's a dad
I like
joke.
what he said earlier about she sure does look like Webb Hubbell. Chelsea does.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
All right, so for the rumors
it.
are that Chelsea doesn't belong to Bill, that she belongs
it's a
to.
rumor. Yeah.
And who was he? I forgot. Hubble.
Well, he's dead now.
He
but-
invented the Hubble telescope. No, I'm kidding.
He did
No.
not.
Only kidding.
I think he was in the law firm.
I think. Yeah, Rose Law Firm, I think, with Hillary.
Yeah.
But he saw Hillary more than Bill did.
And then now this boy
Or
has
more
come
of her.
out and said, and this story was out in the 90s, but this story is, this boy has come out and said that the DNA test that allegedly proved that he was not Bill Clinton's son was a fraud.
Tell me that don't look like her.
Really
and,
do, yeah. Webb Hubble does look like Chelsea. Okay. Anyway, and so what we were talking about last hour is the boy Danny Williams-Clinton says, I am Bill Clinton's son. And the DNA test never happened. That the guy who owned the newspaper that said they did a DNA test was a college friend of Bill's, a major Clinton donor, and that and this guy that they're talking about, this Mr. Altman, had to actually resign in 1994 as the deputy secretary of the Clinton Treasury Department when he got caught giving the Clintons a heads up during the Whitewater investigation. Same guy that owned the paper that said that they did the DNA test.
Well,
Is the guy that's given them saying, oh, this is what the feds have, this is what the feds have, this is what the feds have on Whitewater. He also gave money to 2 or 3 PACs, Ready for Hillary, Priorities USA, as well as gave money to the Clinton Foundation. Now, so they went looking for the DNA test and nobody can find it.
Wow.
So if this is indeed true, then, and Corey looked it up, this boy's mother was a prostitute during the Troopergate when all that was going on, allegedly, that they were bringing prostitutes to Bill Clinton. And this boy says that the media won't talk to him. There's no DNA test. Nobody's listening to him, and they're covering up.
Well, according to this article I was reading about Chelsea and Webb, Bill, and I'm quoting, he is infertile.
Well, then this boy couldn't be his.
There you go. So one of them is true. One of them. I mean, one of them
Now,
could be true.
of course, there's all kinds of stories out there right now, Al. So to know, who. Now, Chelsea did not deny. When she was asked about it, she said, I am my parents' child. But she didn't say which parents. I'm just saying.
Or it could be that's like, if you're adopted, then, the people who raised you are your parents. I mean, it could be that's how she looks at it. I don't know if it's hard to imagine Bill sitting down and saying, I got something to tell you. I wanna unburden my soul. I don't see that
There's
happening.
something wrong with your premise there, and that is that Bill Clinton having a soul is probably.
And he goes on, and he has put a lot of posts up here on Facebook. This Danny Williams, you might want to post that.
Okay.
He says, my name is Danny Lee Williams, son of Bobby Ann Williams and former President William Jefferson Clinton, also known as Bill Clinton. My story began in 1984 when my mother and, at the time, Governor of Arkansas, Bill Clinton, met in Little Rock, Arkansas, not far from the governor's mansion and her home, which was located about 5 blocks from the governor's mansion, along a route that Governor Clinton frequently jogged.
Webb
and,
Hubble was the mayor in Little
then
Rock.
he went on. He went on to talk about this. I mean, he is very in this latest post. He talks about that after their initial encounter, his mother was propositioned by Governor Clinton, and she was a destitute young woman of 24 who worked to make ends meet as a
prostitute.
That's not what they called them. A courtesan?
That's right.
Is that what it is? How you say that? Courtesan. How do you say that? You have to look it up in the dictionary.
Courtesan.
Courtesan?
It's like that saying high price prostitute.
She obliged. She was with Bill Clinton on 13 occasions, according to her. They began to see each other on a regular basis over several months. Eventually, my mother became pregnant. My mother believed that Governor Clinton was my father, but if that indeed is what she was doing, there would have to be DNA testing. How would you know?
Yeah, I mean, you could find out in a week. I mean,
you can today.
A bill with consent.
He said in this post, he said, I wasn't sure until I was born on December 7th, 1985. The fact that Clinton to my father did not become obvious until she realized that she had given birth to a biracial son. Realizing that she had not been involved with any other Caucasian man except for Clinton. So, again, DNA testing is, and that's...
that ain't going to happen. DNA test. That's not happening.
Well, they can force it. You can force a prospective father to have a DNA test. The courts will rule on your side.
Can you force a Clinton to do that?
Well, the courts could. Will they? Is a whole nother...
Yeah. They'd end up giving him immunity or something.
Well, you know what? They're destroying laptops as we speak.
Yeah.
How about that?
And it's funny. They destroyed, two of them, right?
Those laptops don't belong to the FBI. They belong to the American people.
Right. That was the deal, though. I don't agree with it, but and in fact, neither does the House Judiciary Committee.
No.
They sent a letter to Loretta Lynch. To say, hey, why'd you do that?
Yeah,
if they give them immunity.
Don't you think that's so that they can't, if Trump wins, they can't come back and put these people in jail where they belong?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think she'll reply that in a letter, but yeah, I think that that's the thing. They're closing all the doors. And I think it's purely political, and I don't think Obama gave us the transparency he promised.
Oh no, gotta go, Al. Thank you again for sitting in.
Okay, all right, you bet. Bye.
Stuart Tanksley, Pro Fence, building fences across the entire Tennessee Valley. We'll talk to him next. Don't go away.
On your smartphone, download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And listen on your computer free anywhere in the world.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
You're listening to the actual sound of Jupiter. Its electromagnetic waves were captured by a probe and beamed roughly 365 million miles to scientists on Earth. But say those same scientists wanted to host a video conference to show off their work. They'd probably need to call IT to have them set up video and a 15-digit dial-in that might not even work. At Vonage, we think it's about time business communications caught up. See what Vonage can do for your business at Vonage.com/it'sabouttime.
These days, you gotta have a side hustle. And I'm not talking about a 9-to-5. I'm talking about driving with Uber. It's the ultimate side hustle. You wanna earn extra money? Drive with Uber. Have a few spare hours here and there? Drive with Uber. You like the idea of being your own boss? Drive with Uber. You'd make a great boss. You're probably driving right now. You should be earning. If you want your car to start making you money, then visit uber.com/drive now and get your side hustle on today. That's uber.com/drive now.
Guys, when it comes to grooming, we're no longer interested in discount chains and unisex salons. Men nowadays demand the warm, personal atmosphere of the barbershop of days gone by, while enjoying man-sized leather chairs, big screen TVs, and a cold drink. Rooster's Men's Grooming Center has it all for you. They're located at 475 Providence Main Street in Huntsville. Give them a call at Rooster's Men's Grooming Center at 489-0886.
In the market for a new or pre-owned RV? Let us help you. Hi, this is Chase with Bankston Motorhomes. For over 46 years, my family has helped thousands of people just like you enjoy the RVing lifestyle. Whether you are taking a trip to the beach, exploring the West, tailgating, or just going on a weekend trip with your family, we have something for you. View all of our inventory online at bankstonmotorhomes.com or stop by any of Bankston's 5 locations here in North Alabama and Southern Tennessee.
I'm Kerry Rosenblum with Rosenblum Realty, and it's football season again, and that means I'll be giving away $50 cash to one lucky Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at ToniandGary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP. The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver Traffic Update.
This report is brought to you by Foundation for a Better Life.
Traveling on Highway 53 out of Harvest, heading down toward Research Park Boulevard. Looking good this morning. We're not spotting any big delays on University. Traffic looking good on the Parkway. No problems heading over Chapman Mountain on 72. So far, a good ride on 565 and around Decatur and around Athens. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Hi, neighbor.
Mr. Rogers passed along friendship, hoping we would too. Friendship. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at Values.com.
Maddie, what are you doing? How do you like the new sign? Sutton and Daughters Furniture? Does Daddy know about this? Well, we can't call it Sutton and Sons because we don't have any brothers. And besides, we've helped Daddy in the store practically since we were babies. Sutton and Daughters, that has a nice ring to it. Finally, some respect around here. Laren, this could be the start of a new trend. Either that or World War III.
The brands you trust, like Flexsteel, Hooker, and Lexington, at a price you'll love.
That's because Daddy said sell it.
Sutton Furniture.
Highway 72 in Athens.
Speed limit 55. Right turn only. Exit here. With some signs, it's clear what you're supposed to do. But heart attack warning signs aren't always this obvious. They can feel like arm pain, nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, fatigue. If you experience the warning signs, call 911 and know that you can count on the accredited chest pain center at Crestwood Medical Center for nationally recognized heart care.
Now, your official WBHP Weather Center forecast.
This report is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
I'm WHNT News 19 meteorologist Ben Smith. Another warm afternoon, a partly cloudy sky today with high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower 60s, and continued warm again tomorrow, upper 80s to near 90 under a mostly sunny sky. It gets cool this weekend with a passing frontal boundary. We only see mid 70s Saturday and Sunday. Take my forecast at WBHP with you everywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app at WBHPAM.com.
Someone you know is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They're dealing with excruciating pain and days when they won't be able to get out of bed. Help someone you know and support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America at ccfa.org.
Hiring people is probably the worst part of my job.
We started using ZipRecruiter about 3 months ago. One click and my job was posted to 100+ job boards, all the top sites.
All of the candidates came to my dashboard, and it's easy to compare them.
And I couldn't believe the number of great applicants we got. I don't know how we hired before ZipRecruiter.
Find the best candidates with ZipRecruiter, where your job is just one click away from 100+ job sites. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer.
Napa know-how. If it seems like the last time you changed your antifreeze was when cassette tapes were all the rage, it's time to pick up a gallon of Prestone antifreeze at Napa for only $12.99. It's the best way to protect your engine from the harsh elements. And unlike cassettes, paying $12.99 for a gallon of Prestone antifreeze never gets old. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 11/13/16. Glenn Beck. Mornings 8 to 11.
I'm telling you, you will laugh, you will cry, you will feel, you will freak out.
WBHP.
Hi, this is Janet Kinchelo Martin with Calhoun Community College, and if you are 60 years old or older, you can take any class at Calhoun Community College tuition free. You can call us at 306-2500 in Decatur, 890-4700 in Huntsville, or at calhoun.edu.
Calhoun.edu. Thank you, Janet. So many things going on at Calhoun, I'll tell you what. All right, a couple of stories as we go into the VP debate tonight. So this FBI story just keeps getting
bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So the FBI, James Comey, agreed to destroy 2 of Clinton's aides' laptops after granting them immunity. This was a side agreement. According to a letter from House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte to Attorney General Loretta Lynch, he says the FBI promised to destroy the laptops of Cheryl Mills, Clinton's former chief of staff, and she was involved in all of this.
Oh, yeah.
And Heather Samuelson, who was an ex-campaign staffer and deputy to Cheryl Mills. So by destroying those 2 laptops, you destroy the communication between Cheryl Mills and her aide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, according to this report, it says the FBI's search investigation into Clinton was limited in scope in order to prevent the FBI from discovering if there was any evidence of obstruction of justice. And the investigators could not review documents created after January 31st, 2015. That was all in the agreement.
Good grief.
What kind of investigation is that? So the side deals were agreed to on June 10th, less than a month before the FBI Director James Comey announced that they would recommend no charges be brought. And the judiciary says, in Congress says, the destruction of the laptops is troubling because it means the computers could not be used as evidence in future legal proceedings if new information arises. Then the laptops will be destroyed. Those don't belong to the FBI. Those belong to the people. Now, the committee says, also asks why the FBI and DOJ would enter into a voluntary negotiation to begin with when the laptops could be obtained condition-free via subpoena.
Wow.
The letter also asks the DOJ why the DOJ agreed to limit the search of the laptops to files before January 31st, 2015, which would give up any opportunity to find evidence related to the destruction of evidence or obstruction of justice related to Clinton's unauthorized use of a personal email server during her tenure as Secretary of State. This was so that they couldn't find anything.
There was no intent to cover up, Tony.
Well, how do we know?
Was it there?
I don't know. How do we know that? They couldn't investigate it. Aides expressed shock at the parameter, saying it is especially troubling as Mills and Samuelson already had immunity from the consequences of whatever might be on the laptop. So it wasn't about them. It was about
Hillary Clinton.
It was about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
He wrote a scathing series of questions to Lynch. Goodluck did.
Good luck getting those answered.
Why did the FBI agree to destroy both their laptops after conducting its search? Doesn't the willingness of Miss Mills and Miss Samuelson to have their laptops destroyed by the FBI contradict their claim that the laptops could have been withheld because they contained non-relevant privileged information? And if so, doesn't that undermine the claim on the side agreements were necessary at all? Have these laptops or the contents of these laptops been destroyed already, therefore making follow-up questions by the FBI? Or congressional oversight, which is why she had it in her basement anyway, impossible?
Nothing to see here. Move on.
Huh?
That's basically what they're saying. Nothing to see here. Let's
Move
go.
on.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
There's no there.
He also demanded to know how many classified documents were found on Mills and Samuelson's laptops. Well, now he's going to have to take somebody's word for it, right? This is incredible. So
James Comey told Trey Gowdy, don't you call us weasels. Well, that's how y'all acted.
Well,
like a bunch of weasels.
You know, they destroyed the evidence so nobody can look at it.
All right.
And then they only looked at certain emails.
Yeah.
Well, if you can only look at certain emails, then you can't get the whole truth. I mean, this is just cover up, cover up, cover up.
Well, it would be the equivalent of celebrity bounty hunting, Tony. If they
cover up, cover up, cover up. Where is the media on that story? All they can talk about is Trump's taxes. Let's go to Robert. Hey, Robert.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. I just wanted to qualify this morning.
You're in there, Robert.
Thank you very much.
That should be appalling to every American that this is going on.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I mean, between the media, the Obama administration, the DOJ, the FBI, I mean, everybody's in on it.
I'd be willing to bet most of the American people don't know that it's going on because the media won't report on it.
The media won't report on it.
Yeah.
You know, all John Kerry had to say was stop talking about terrorism, and they did.
And it happened, yeah.
You know, there was a terrorist arrest in Maryland, but you wouldn't know it listening to the media because all they want to talk about is
Trump's
taxes.
His legal taxes.
Yeah, his legal.
It's like Groundhog Day in here.
It is like Groundhog Day.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Miss Toni and Gary? Listen to our podcast free anytime, day or night.
And check out our blog at toniandgary.com with links to the podcast, email, iHeartRadio, listen online, and all the latest stories and video.
And like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
There is a significant difference between being slightly out of tune or perfectly in tune. If your financial plan is even slightly out of tune, you may be paying too much for taxes, exposing yourself to too much risk, or retiring without a sound income plan. Is your financial plan out of tune? Listen to WBHP The Big Talker, Saturdays at 10 a.m. to Financially Tuned with Don Cloud of Cloud Financial to get your financial future in tune.
We have a great new show on WBHP, Huntsville's Big Talker you don't want to miss. It's The Land Show with Dave Milton. Dave informs you on everything you need to know about investing in land. Be sure to tune in Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. for The Land Show with Dave Milton. And visit thelandshow.com to get Dave's free report, 7 Proven Land Investment Strategies. Don't miss The Land Show with Dave Milton for successful land investing every Saturday morning, 9 till 10, right here on WBHP, Huntsville's Big Talker.
The Train Comfort Specialist. He's so reliable that buses set their schedules to him. Once, he was the best man for a guy he didn't even know. He's never used a snooze button. The unstoppable Train Comfort Specialist. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
And now with new technology to combat bacteria, viruses, and allergens, will be even harder to stop. I'm Bo Thomas, and I am your Train Comfort Specialist. Call Thomas HVAC today, 256-858-4822, or go to coolhuntsville.com.
If you're looking for one of the finest dining experiences in the Tennessee Valley, if you're looking for the best, absolute best steaks, and the freshest seafood, look no further. Nick's Ristorante on Bailey Cove Road, south of Weatherly in Huntsville, is the place for you. Go by and see our buddy Nick and all the family there waiting to serve you with the best food that Huntsville has seen in years and years at Nick's Ristorante on Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly.
The Morgan County Fair is back for another great year of family fun, rides, games, shows, and more. Adult tickets $6, kids 6 to 11 $3. Kids 5 and under are free. Fair opens Thursday. Check out the Morgan County Fair Facebook page for details.
Start your day at Hardee's with a delicious sausage and egg biscuit for only 99 cents. That's right, a buttery made-from-scratch biscuit with savory sausage and fluffy egg, now just 99 cents at your neighborhood Hardee's restaurant.
The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
We have a report of a stalled vehicle on 565. Watch for that on 565 eastbound at Research Park Boulevard. No problems on the Parkway. No wrecks or stalls on Highway 72 heading over Chapman Mountain. And so far, it's a good ride around Decatur and around Athens. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
While many rose up with violence, he sat down for peace. Mahatma Gandhi reached out with the strength he cultivated within his soul. So, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Toni and Gary sound better in HD. Listen on your HD radio at 102.1 HD2.
Hey, this is Bo Thomas with Thomas HVAC Company. It's football season. That means I'll be giving away $100 in cash to one Toni and Gary listener each week.
The Toni and Gary SEC Football Pick'em Contest. Find out more online at toniandgary.com and listen weekdays 5 to 8 a.m. here on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
7:40 on the morning show. All right, so 17-year-old Alabama high school student, critical condition after somewhere between, I love the way the police say this, somewhere between 9 and 60 thugs beat him up.
60?
That's what they're saying. Somewhere between 9 and 60. Now, you know they have video of this. Anyway, so this boy has 3 fractures in his skull.
If they have video, how can they say somewhere between 9 and 60?
You know they have video. And And according to the Sylacauga police chief, he was assaulted in an Ace Hardware parking lot following Sylacauga High School's homecoming game on Friday night. They had to airlift him to the University of Alabama Birmingham Hospital. 3 skull fractures and trauma to his shoulder. Why? Why was he beaten? For posting Blue Lives Matter.
Well, they wouldn't like me. I got a Blue Line sticker on my truck.
Blue Lives Matter. And got him beat to a pulp. We have video of it. I mean, this is awful.
Pope Catholic?
Yes, he is.
Well, then there you go.
If you post it, it's posted to our blog at ToniandGary.com. The video is awful. It's poor. That's all he did. A pro-police message. And he gets beaten.
By 9 to 60 people.
Yeah. Cracking his skull in 3 places.
Wow.
I
hope he...
I mean, I do. I hope he pulls through,
If he pulls through, I hope he's...
normal.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm worried
so
about.
sad. All right, so we have elections this morning, believe it or not, and...
Yes, we do. We have runoffs going on today. So in the city of Huntsville, you only have one. That's City Council District 1 between Devin Keith and Richard Showers. Madison City Council District 1, James Ross and Maura Robluski. City Council District 7 in Madison, John Seifert and Lena Sledge. Then down in Decatur, you have the runoff for mayor, either Tab Bowling or Don Kyle. And then also Decatur City Council District 2, Christy Husky and Jake Reed. Then Florence has a runoff, Boaz, Fort Payne, Guntersville, Moulton, New
So there are
Hope,
many
North
runoffs out
Portland.
there
Mm-hmm.
before the, as we're 35 days out from the election.
Yes.
But runoffs are today, so you need to check your area and get out there and vote. A couple of other quick notes. Police are investigating the robbery of Kim Kardashian,
Yeah, that's interesting.
She was robbed in Paris by thieves dressed as cops.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the new news. Or at least that's what Ryan Lochte says. Let's see.
That's great.
Anyway, protesters in California.
Who carries, who wears $10 million in jewelry on them?
Well, you know
with
it
them?
had to be an inside job. I mean, my understanding is they actually tied up the concierge and he took him to the room and all kinds of weird stuff.
Gunpoint. And,
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
have you seen the video of Kanye? Kanye was in the middle of a concert
and stopped
and had to stop.
Said,
And he
"There-
said,
I have a
I'm
personal-"
sorry, I've got a family emergency. Gotta
and did
go."
you hear those people screaming, "What do you mean? You got to stop."
I
It's
know.
like, who cares about your family emergency?
Right. Well, there's no telling what they pay.
That's true. Protesters in California are upset over a new statue of Gandhi. They say that Gandhi was sexist and racist. Now, only in California would Gandhi be considered too right-wing. I mean, can you imagine?
No
I mean,
kidding.
really? Cincinnati woman charged after police determined that she made up a false police report in order to have an excuse for being late to her job. She claimed she was
Wow.
attacked by a knife-wielding, creepy clown.
And she lied.
Who apparently stabbed her alarm clock.
So that would go with Brian's trivia from
Yes.
yesterday. Brian's trivia from yesterday was name an excuse you've used to get out of work. I was attacked by a clown.
Montana man is okay now, but the other day he was attacked twice within 10 minutes by the same bear.
Good grief.
He's ditching.
What'd he do to that
Well,
bear?
he's ditching his honey-based hair conditioner.
I bet he is.
Like, whoa, this is. Can
No
you
more
imagine
honey.
twice by the same bear? And finally, what not to wear to the beach. 59-year-old man arrested.
If you're on a nude beach, doesn't matter what you wear.
59-year-old man on a regular beach arrested for wearing only a plastic wrap to the beach.
Plastic wrap?
Hopefully it wasn't saran.
Good grief. Well, I hope there's not video for that.
We're not posting that. What?
Plastic
Plastic
wrap.
See-through plastic wrap.
Saran wrap.
I don't know if it was saran wrap.
Well,
is there a thing?
That's clear.
Well, it's all clear wrap.
Well,
yeah.
that's one of those All plastic wrap we call saran wrap, right? No matter
Yeah,
what the brand
no matter
is.
what the brand.
Saran is a brand.
Stuart Tanksley in the house. Pro Fence, building fences all over the Tennessee Valley.
He can build fences you can see through or not see through.
That's right. Can you build see-through fences?
Yeah, we call that the invisible fence.
We call that a chain link fence, Tony. Now,
Mike-
I tell you what. Now that's
Mic
something
drop.
I've missed. That's something I've missed. Are the blonde moments? I swear I've missed those so bad.
What, you didn't have any?
No, I did not, Miss Lowry.
Lord of mercy.
So, explain these invisible fences.
Well, I just, I'm gonna have to stop now.
I get it. I got him off his train of thought.
No, I don't know how to respond. I mean, I don't know how to speak your language.
Nanu, nanu.
Did you understand that? Stuart Tanksley not only can build fences all over the Tennessee Valley, he can refurbish fences, right?
Yep.
Take these ugly old fences and
Make them look new again.
And make them look new again. What do you do to them?
That's a trade secret. I'm just kidding. Well, we like to go in and fix any kind of structural issues first. Loose boards,
Right.
cracked boards. And then we use a mixture of a certain solution to clean it. We apply that and then pressure wash it and give it a day or two to dry out. And then we go back with a stain of your choice, color,
They look
depends.
new.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that takes a lot of detail, and we're more of a detail-oriented company.
Absolutely, you are.
They look better once you refurbish an old one. It looks better than a new one.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, because a new fence has a certain look to it, and it's kind of like a new car. I don't know, but it just has it's kind of like it's aged, and it's everybody goes through that whole retro look and reclaimed, and old is new again. So,
Right.
And
what's amazing though, when you build your fences, you can build any kind of fence, whether it's chain link or iron or.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. And if they don't know what they want exactly,
Right.
you are magnificent at coming up with a plan.
Well, that's our job is not just to sell somebody something.
Right.
It's to sell them what they want. And a lot of times, because if you're not in the business, you don't really know what all is available to you. And so that's our obligation to you as a customer to help you find what's best, and also help direct you. Meet the codes in your neighborhood. A lot of people have certain covenants and restrictions on what type of fence they have, down to this color of the stain that they use.
Isn't that something?
That's crazy.
It is. So what's your number?
It's 256-584-0092.
So I want to put this whole Trump tax loss thing into perspective here, okay? So allegedly Trump, now the New York Times won't get in any trouble for releasing the tax return.
No, of course not.
Someone should, whoever gave it to them should be the one in trouble, right?
Well, sure.
Okay. So allegedly Trump lost close to $1 billion of his own money in a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wasn't in a year. It most likely was a few years before that, and he kept rolling it over. It was just happened to be that year, 20 years ago, 1995, I think, when he claimed it on his taxes, right?
Okay.
But it was his own money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his money. Hillary Clinton lost $6 billion of your money, your tax money.
At the State Department.
At the State Department in 1 year.
Yeah.
Not her money. The American people's money. So she's attacking Donald Trump for losing nearly $1 billion of his money in a single year. I think what she said was, "What kind of genius loses $1 million in a year?" Well, what kind of
a super genius
loses $6 billion of taxpayer money while she's head of the sex
department?
She's never been ahead of that, Miss Larry. Which is why Bill Clinton has never stayed home.
The State Department.
Wow.
I have a cold.
I'm surprised there wasn't a sex department established under the Clinton
Well, there
administration.
may be if she becomes president.
That's Department of the Interior.
So, boy, we're going downhill. So the State Department misplaced and lost $6 billion with a B due to the improper filing of contracts during the 6 years, mainly during the tenure of Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. According to a new Inspector General report, the $6 billion in unaccounted funds went missing poses a significant financial risk, demonstrates a lack of internal control over the department's contract actions, according to the IG. The alert, originally sent March 20th and just released this week, they tried to keep it hidden till after the election, warns that the missing contracting funds could expose the State Department to substantial financial losses. Really, you think? $6 billion in contracts were filed. The files were incomplete or could not be located at all, yet they paid the money.
Wow.
And it's missing. Missing. So, which would you rather have? Trump lose
his
$1 billion of his own money, or Hillary lose $6 billion of your money? Think about it.
Listen to Toni and Gary on your smartphone.
Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen anywhere in the U.S.
And we're on HD Radio 102.1-2. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Toni and Gary.
It's the morning show with Toni and Gary on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
From the Tennessee Valley to your radio, it's WBHP's Valley Happenings.
This is Phillip Rivers, quarterback of the San Diego Chargers. Faith, family, and football are my top priorities. And as a father, it is hard to imagine that there are 6,000 children in Alabama's foster care system who are victims of neglect and abuse. A CASA, a court-appointed special advocate, volunteers that help children in the foster care and in the family court system. A CASA assures the child's rights and needs are at the forefront of the decisions being made. Become a CASA volunteer and advocate for a child. Visit alabamacasa.org today for more information.
And that's what's happening. For more information on Valley Happenings, log on to WBHPAM.com, keyword events. The traffic info you need now. Here's a WBHP Time Saver traffic update.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
Ride around the valley looking pretty good this morning. Just one problem to warn you about. Watch out for a disabled vehicle on 565 eastbound at Research Park Boulevard. And we're not spotting any problems on the Parkway or heading over Chapman Mountain on 72. Right now, no problems around Athens or Decatur. I'm Captain Carl in the Hardee's Traffic Center.
When Marlon Shirley was 5, he lost his foot. Today, as the world's fastest amputee, he runs the 100 meters in less time than it takes to listen to this. Overcoming. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that you're probably driving right now. Sitting comfortably behind the wheel with a tasty caffeinated beverage in your cup holder. Well, if you were driving with Uber, you could be earning money right now too. That's because Uber is the ultimate side hustle. Extra cash whenever you want. Earning you can turn on and off, just like your car. This isn't just another job, it's a totally flexible way to earn. So go ahead, get your side hustle on. Visit uber.com/drive now. That's uber.com/drive now.
Napa Know How.
If it seems like the last time you changed your antifreeze was when cassette tapes were all the rage, it's time to pick up a gallon of Prestone antifreeze at Napa for only $12.99. It's the best way to protect your engine from the harsh elements. And unlike cassettes, paying $12.99 for a gallon of Prestone antifreeze never gets old. That's Napa Know How.
Napa Know How.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 11/13/16.
This is Gary Sullivan. Hope you'll join me in a little home improvement talk this Sunday afternoon at 3 here on WBHP.
Bankston Motorhomes is the area's only family-owned, Best in Business award-winning RV dealer in North Alabama, offering the best selection and best values. If Bankston doesn't have it, they don't make it.
Bankston doesn't have it, they don't make it. That's right. Over 400 units on the lot. You know, they just put out the new fall foliage map.
Yes, they did.
And we're going to download it. We'll put it on our blog.
It's already on, well, it's not on the blog. It's on our Facebook page.
I'm telling you, this is great time of year to have a Bankston motorhome. Interest rates are low.
Football season's in full swing.
Selection is huge.
That's right.
Gas prices are low. And now you can go look at the trees, the leaves changing. I mean,
it's beautiful up in Gatlinburg at this time of year.
There's so many places. And right around here, rent one for the weekend. And you're right, Stuart. They have big screen TVs that come with some of these and outdoor kitchens.
I just meant tailgating. Take them to the football game.
Take them to a football game and go tailgating, absolutely.
And you can rent them, too.
And you can rent them to do that.
The best place to rent
The only place.
The only place.
There you go.
And good people.
And great people. Small business. Just a fantastic family, the Bankstons. 47 years in business. And
Must be doing something right.
People come from all over the world to buy a Bankston motorhome.
Literally.
All right. Don't forget they have pre-owned as well. We'll announce the big winner when we come back, so don't go away.
If you're in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV, you should listen to the Car Pro Show.
Subaru just doesn't get enough love from everybody, especially the automotive press, for whatever reason. They don't get mentioned when people start talking about quality import cars like Toyota and Honda. Then they should. They're just as good.
Jerry Reynolds is the Car Pro, and he gives you straight talk and honest answers about everything automotive.
Thanks, Jerry. It's good to hear your program.
The Car Pro Show, this weekend.
Saturdays noon to 3 and Sundays 9 to 11 a.m. on 800 and 1230 WBHP.
Hi, I'm attorney Charles Pittman. Hurt in a wreck and trying to get a hold of an attorney after business hours? Good luck. Because car wrecks happen 24 hours a day, we're available to get you the help you need 24 hours a day. And if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. We'll come to your house, your work, or even your hospital room. Get the help you need when you need it most, right now. Call us today at 533-5000.
Charles Pittman is the way to go. Call 533-5000.
Representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Say good morning to Mary Lawrence, Sonoma's Mortgage, First Commercial Bank.
When you're ready to buy a home, we're here to help. As a full-service lender, we offer a variety of home ownership possibilities, not just the plain vanilla.
So what are the benefits?
Well, the potential benefits are 100% financing, or maybe down payment assistance, no mortgage insurance, possibly a grant or assistance programs.
Call Mary Lawrence today on her cell phone, 256-755-1008. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates and fees subject to change. NMLS number 180085.
This is 800 and 1230 WBHP, the Valley's Big Talker.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Congratulations to Doc Brookshire. Hey, Doc, good job. We have more prizes tomorrow. We'll be telling you about how to win concert tickets tomorrow, too, as well. Thank you, Stuart, for being with us.
Always a pleasure.
Phone number is?
256-584-0092.
That would be Pro Fence. Weather, Corey?
Well, around here, it's going to be gorgeous. Mostly sunny, 88 today. Watch out for Hurricane Matthew if you're going to be in the Bahamas, in Haiti,
or in
Cuba,
Florida.
Or in Florida within the next 3 or 4 days,
Right.
because it's a mess.
Looks like it's going to get awful close.
Haiti is being savaged right now.
It's awful.
It's horrible.
You guys have a wonderful day. We'll have all the highlights of the VP debate from tonight in the morning, so join us early, 5 a.m.
More clips.
More clips, Corey.
No rest for the weary. Bye, y'all.
Glenn Beck follows Fox News on WBHP Huntsville, WHOS Decatur, and WDRM FM HD2 Decatur, an iHeart radio station.